channel, like that, right?
All right, we live. Why does it look like? Oh, there we go.
That's GMS.
Camp Israel.
Camp Israel.
Yo, we live, bro.
You on?
Yeah, we on.
Right. Double honor to the apostles and others of great millstone and towards the word. Shalom. Salutations to the sincere people out there doing the work. We out here another Saturday to pretty much bring out the word as we always do through the spirit of Yahweh Shai, man. Okay? For the first scripture, give me Micah 3 and 1. Okay, and give me also John, the 3rd chapter. Start at 1 right there.
This is the book of Micah, chapter 3, verse 1.
Right.
And I said, Hear, I pray you, O heads of Jacob, and ye princes of the house of Israel.
Right. The heads of Jacob and the princes of the house of Israel are the men that are over you other Israelites, man. Men that are calling themselves self-proclaimed chief high priests, self-proclaimed prophets. All right, see, you can't make yourself a prophet. You can't make yourself a priest of the Lord. Give me Jeremiah, the 1st chapter. All right, since I said that. All right, because you can't make yourself shit. I don't give a fuck if you wanted to be an astronaut. Okay? You can't make yourself nothing. That's everything's from the Lord, man. Everything's from Yahweh Shai. Okay?
Jeremiah 1 and 4,
Yeah.
and it says, Then the word of the Lord came unto me, saying,
Yeah.
Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee.
Yeah. The Lord knew you. The Lord was talking to the prophet. Was the Lord know everybody before you get formed in the womb? Because before you come down on earth, the spirit's in the spiritual realm. All right? And when your mother and your father engage in an act of sex, okay? That's how and a man ejaculates in a woman. Okay, that's not going on here. All right? That's how you have a baby. Okay? You see? That ain't happening tonight. No? Read that again.
It says,
Oh.
it says, Then, Jeremiah 1 and 4, it says, Then the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee.
Yeah, before the Lord formed Jeremiah in the belly, he knew him, right? Yeah.
And it says, And before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee, and I ordained thee a prophet unto the nation.
In other words, Jeremiah was going to grow up, go through his childhood, and in a certain time, the Lord was going to set him up to be a prophet, sent from the Most High. All right? Now, you got a lot of guys that are self-proclaimed, you know, chief high priests and whatnot, man. If you're calling yourself a head of the house of Israel, read that.
Back in Micah chapter 3, verse 1. And I said, Hear, I pray you, O heads of Jacob, and ye princes of the house of Israel.
Right?
Is it not for you to know judgment?
Right. Is it not for you to know judgment? So if you're a chief high priest, aren't you supposed to know judgment, man? Huh? But you got guys that are saying that we're black extremists, man. I tell you what, it's either two things, man. It's either you sold out, or you just got so many deacons on you, and you don't even know it. All right? Which is probably both. In your case, man. I'm talking about this nigga Sakari, man. All right? You self-proclaimed prophet. The Most High didn't send you, man. The Lord didn't send you. Where in the scriptures do you see anything about black extremists, man? Wait a minute. Let's go from there to Ezekiel the 37th chapter, man. All right? Because what happened with the Black Panthers? All right? What happened with the black revolutionary groups, man? The Lord wasn't with them. Okay? The Lord wasn't with them.
Yeah, the Lord wasn't with the Black Panthers, right? The Lord wasn't with the Blackstone Rangers. The Lord set up prophets in this last days. Like it says that in what 1 Corinthians, the 1st chapter. how the Lord will set up prophets in the last days. You know? As a matter of fact, let me see if I can find that. In 1 Corinthians 4, verse 9. It says, "For I think that the Most High Yahweh have set forth us, the apostles last." The word apostles is set away. That's what the Lord has done in these last days. He sent certain particular men, his men, the prophets of old, that back in the reincarnation, to be sent away and bring out the gospel, man, the true gospel, the true understanding of the scriptures, man. It says, "For I think that the Most High have set forth us, the apostles last, as it were appointed unto death, for we are made a spectacle unto the world, and unto angels, and to men."
Yeah, so everybody got their eyes on us, man. All right. And the brother called me up the other day. He said he was on an iron horse train, and his bitch was just taking pictures of him, man. You know. And the Lord said He was going to give us fame. You got people that just might give you a look. They might know you from doing the shows, man. You know, because these shows that we do go worldwide. All right. All right. So
Ezekiel 37:4,
right.
and it says, "Again he said unto me, prophesy upon these bones."
Yeah, those bones are talking about the whole house of Israel, man. You people in a dead state that don't know who you are, where you from, and where you going. Well, you really dead if you don't know that. You know?
It says, "And say unto them, O ye dry bones, hear the word of the Lord."
Exactly. That's what he's saying to you now. So if you in the world call yourself Puerto Rican, Dominican, Black, Haitian, Colombian, or whatever tribe, you're really dead, man. Continue.
It says, "Thus saith the Lord power unto these bones, behold, I will cause breath to enter into you, and ye shall live."
Yeah, what's that breath? That's what we're teaching right now. The breath is that word. All right? He's breathing on you, all right, with this word. All right? And this breath there is fresh and winter fresh, okay? Orbit, or whatever kind of gum you chew, or crust when you brush your teeth.
Breast mint,
Breath right here, all right?
breath mint, whatever you want to call it.
It's a real refreshing, man. Yeah, that's in the scriptures about the refreshing. Come on with it.
It says, "And I will lay sinews,"
Make things
it says, "and I will lay sinews upon you."
Yeah, them sinews are talking about tendons, man. All right? The tendons, man.
"And I will bring up flesh upon you."
Bring a flesh upon you, meaning what? Telling you who you are. Giving you that real cover. Identifying you. All right? That look, you're not a so-called African American. Okay? That's an oxymoron, an African American. All right? You see? You are an Israelite. From the tribe of Judah. Okay? That's that flesh. You are Ephraimite. All right? You so-called Puerto Ricans. You are a Simeonite. That's that flesh coming upon you, man. Good?
And will bring upon flesh upon you, and cover you with skin.
And cover you with skin, meaning what? Give you your true identity. Was that started with Albert Bivens, man? All right? And then niggas are saying that Albert Bivens, you know what I'm saying, that he wasn't nobody. You see what I'm saying? So it's a lot of fucking going on in Israel right now, man.
Can I say this
All
real
right?
quick, bro? And the men that's saying that shit are men that ain't even knew that's young bucks, man. They ain't even knew this man. They ain't even know him, man. But guess what? How they learned this truth? Through Albert Bivens, man. But they saying he was nobody. Men that was even born when he was out there teaching. You see what I'm saying, man? Reprobate mind.
Yeah, put breath in you and ye shall live. All right?
Yeah, we good.
That breath
We good
is
now.
about this word right here, man. Come on with it.
This is Job 32, verse 8.
Uh-huh.
But there is a spirit in man, and the inspiration of the Almighty giveth them understanding.
Yeah, there's a spirit in them, man. Anybody walking around here got a spirit, man. All right? But the spirit of the Most High gives you understanding, man. So in other words, Albert Bivens was a special man that the Most High dealt with, man. Okay? And that was all prophecy. All right? You know?
Yeah, and then when you go to that word, inspiration, it actually means to breathe in.
To breathe in. That's right.
breathe
That's
in.
right. You're absolutely right on that, right?
It says, "And put breath in you, and ye shall live, and ye shall know that I am the Lord."
Exactly. You know? So that's what we're doing. continuing on in that ancient bishopric tradition, right? That ancient tradition, you know, and bring it, hey, because we are the prophets coming back in the reincarnation, we here to bring back that skin upon Israelites and whatnot. All right. Meanwhile, you got other so-called leaders that are plucking the skin off you. You're supposed to tell them, Jake, that listen, man, you from this tribe, that tribe. Not that you're a black extremist, you fucking dummy. All right. You breaking down when we building up, nigga. You see what I'm saying? You got a lot of dudes, you know what I'm saying, that's not feeling you right now, man. You know? They want to get at you, for real. You know, on some street shit. Right behind that, man. And them zealots are back too. Yeah, I'm trying to be spiritual, brother. I'm trying to be spiritual. Yeah.
So I prophesied as I was commanded, and as I prophesied there was a noise, and behold a shaking, and the bones came together, bone to his bone. And when I beheld,
yeah, the tribes came together, they started knowing who the hell they were. That's happening in these days, man. That's happening these days. Everybody like, oh shit, I'm an Israelite. You got people not even in this truth. Yeah, I know, man. I'm from the tribe of Issachar. Yeah, man. You know, out there in the West Coast, out here. But we don't know. A lot of people know that they're Israelites, man. All right. Hey, man, I ran into a chick one time. She had the Most High's name tattooed on the back of her neck. I said, man. I said, I was so interested. And she was a fine chick too. I ran up and I said, yo, what's that? What's that on your neck? I said, is that the name of the Most High? She said, yes, it's Israelite.
She was off.
No, it's off. It was off.
She had a tattoo, man. That's
Yeah,
off,
I
man.
understand that, but it was still intriguing to me. You know, she had the name of the Most High, but it was in Syrian script. It wasn't Finley, the last one forgot. You know, but to me, it was still kind of like, oh shit. You know? In other words, she knew the name of the Most High. You know, but in other words, she had a zeal, but not according to righteousness.
Chill, this shit is wicked, man. Look at this nigga here, man.
We don't, man.
and it says, and when I beheld, lo, the sinews and the flesh came upon them, and the skin covered them above, and there was no breath in them.
Yeah, they started knowing who they were, but there was no breath in them. A lot of Israelites knew that they were, a lot of Jakes, I should say, a lot of them knew they was Israelites, right? But they didn't have the capacity to truth. You know? So they ended up getting down with Black Panther parties, you know what I'm saying? Them guys back in them days. A lot of that went on. Yes, Black Stone Rangers.
The Nation of Islam.
Fred Hampton, them guys. Islam, the Nation of Islam and all that, man. So that breath came, and those were black extremist groups, all right? Okay, because they were saying they were identified as a Black Panther or something like that. That's a black extremist group. They were going around murdering shit. They were rolling around with shotguns and all that. We don't roll around like that, all right? The weapons of our warfare are not carnal, man. You're not gonna run. Stop and fuss me and find me with a fucking Draco, right? You're not gonna find me with a Draco, man. Okay? Because I don't believe in that. I don't believe in weapons of mass destruction as far as me carrying it on me, you know? I don't do stuff like that. I know the Most High is gonna use those nuclear missiles to destroy America, but me walking around with a weapon, that's not what I do. Okay? If anything, I'm gonna beat you up with these, man. Alright?
Says, then said he unto me, prophesy unto the wind, prophesy.
Yeah, prophesy unto the wind. You know, sometimes you might just be out there. You know, you might see some Jakes, man, not even with a camera. You out there teaching. You know, this word don't go out void, man. You know, so you prophesy unto the wind. Good.
Prophesy, son of man, and say to the wind, thus saith the Lord power, come from the four winds, or breath.
Yeah, from the four corners of the earth. Good.
Or breath.
And that's happening right now. So the teaching ain't spread out to the four corners of the earth, man. All right? It's getting spread out. You got Jakes waking up in the last place I heard about a camp, Bolivia, Australia, Peru. That's unheard of, man. was gonna happen. And I said it a long time ago, man. I said, when the Most High started doing it, man, I knew they was gonna do it, but it ain't done, you know? It's almost like surreal, man. Come on,
It says, come from the four winds, full breath, and breathe upon these slain.
read upon these slain, these Israelites that don't know who the fuck they are. All right, bugged out of their goddamn minds, man. You know? See what I'm saying? I mean, bugged out of their minds. You ever see a nigga on one of these fucking parades? The Puerto Rican Day parade. Nigga is fucking headband,
West Indian Day parade.
wristband, right? Flag on the neck, like you really a Puerto Rican. First of all, you actually the flag on the car with the little flag on the antenna on the car. You know what I'm saying? Niggas get into that shit, man.
The 6'9", you know, he thinks he's from the planet Rainbow.
You think for the planet, man?
Dude, with the snow cone here.
Takashi's 6'9".
That dude's a fucking side.
But she's condemned anyway. The brother in Hawaii, yo. You know what I'm saying?
It says, and breathe upon these slain that they may live.
Yeah, these bugged out ass Israelites. Alright? Because it's not talking about being slain physically. It's talking about spiritual slain. That's why when you proceed to Revelation, look at 11 and 8, it tells you plainly.
This is Revelation 11 verse 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city.
Yeah. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city. I don't see no dead bodies lying around right now. Even though very soon there will be dead bodies lying around, literally dead. All right, that's very soon. But that's what you're talking about. When the spiritually comatose people walking around, just walked out of their minds, man. Don't know who the hell you are. You know, you can't even wake up and smell the coffee because you're dead. You know what I'm saying? Seriously, they don't know who the hell they are. You know? And then you try to bring this woman to a nigga, or a spick, wetback, whatever you want to call him. All right? And guess what? What they come to you with is aggression, man. You know? You coming to them with love, and they come to you with aggression. That's why Jeremiah said, man, fuck these people, man. The hell with y'all. You know? You see? Yeah, that.
It says, and their dead bodies shall lie in the street of that great city, which is spiritually called which is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt.
That place is talking about America. America is spiritually Sodom. We just saw that a few more. First, we rolled up. When we first rolled up, you see a chick walking with a fag hag. They call them fag hags. You see a fag hag walking with a faggot with some red. He had red hair and red fucking bell-bottom fucking Austin Power pants. All right. Then you see another fairy. He floated across the street, man. A big fat motherfucker, man.
Big
Suge Knight looking.
linebacker nigga, man.
Suge Knight looking motherfucker. Floated across
He
the
said
street.
he floated across the street. He ain't float. He sailed across the street like, you know what I mean? Sashayed across the street, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, big RuPaul looking out of shape, nigga.
RuPaul, what's his name again?
What's Magic
RuPaul,
Johnson's son?
Frida.
Big Frida.
Yeah, what's his name? I forgot his name.
What's Magic Johnson's
Magic Johnson's son. Damn, I can't even remember my name.
What's his name? EJ Johnson or something. Big faggot nigga.
Yeah, yo, and this dude, Magic Johnson,
His son.
he's embracing that homoism, man.
That's crazy.
I want, you know, man, let me tell you something, man. I'll be so embarrassed of my son, but guess what? This dude, it came out that Magic Johnson had an affair with that dude who was singing that song, "You don't have to take your clothes off to have a good time." Oh no, I forgot his name, man.
Man.
It came out that nigga, Magic Johnson, was popping this nigga, man. And that's how he got AIDS. Hey, but if he had it, man, I don't know, because at least they deal with guile and they deal with lies and deception, man. But hey, nonetheless, Magic Johnson is a fucking homosexual. So therefore, his son is a homosexual. Look at his son is a straight fucking bati boy dressing like a woman, man.
Because you got motherfuckers not condemning out in their family. You know what I mean? In my family, man, you get outcasted or shit like that. Nobody's built, nobody wants you around. what I mean? That's all that should be promoted heavily through all our people, man. Yo, you cut off if you doing that shit. Straight excommunication. Yeah. Excommunicated, man. Don't be coming to the funk get-togethers, man. Keep your fat ass out, man.
Hey, bro, you got our
Don't
niggas,
show up with
man.
your goddamn girlfriend or your boyfriend, man. We gonna fuck y'all up, man. You know? Shit like that. And you go over there to a lot of Uganda, over there in Africa, you know what they're doing? They be fucking them faggots up, man. Real bad.
They put fucking wheels on the tire wheels.
Rubber, and then light it on fire, and lighting them faggots up, man.
Yeah, stoning them to death.
And that's how you know this is that place of confusion. This is Babylon for real. Because this is a place that really pushes it, really promotes it, man. They legalize it, man. For you to stick your cock in another man's fucking ass, man. Alright? You know what I'm saying? To get graphic. You know?
I don't mean to say that. A family member of mine, that nigga was a homo, and he wound up dying at my aunt's crib, and while he was dying, me and my cousins was cracking jokes on the nigga while he was dying, and the EMS was there trying to help him, and then, you know, my grandfather, he an instigator, he was like, yo, man, look, you're cracking on a man, and the man died, because my grandfather, he like to start shit up, he was a fucking instigator, you know what I mean, but, yeah, we was just cracking on that nigga while he was dying. Kid you not.
That was the Lord's spectrum.
Yeah.
Bring the law out.
This is Leviticus 20 and 13. It says, if a man also led with mankind as he lied with a woman.
You get in a bed all romantically with a man as you would with a woman, man. You know what you do with a woman. You start filling up on her. You know what I'm saying?
Kissing them boobs.
Kissing on her, you know what I'm saying? You start rubbing on her. Okay? And you start getting it on. I mean, however you do it. Some dudes do foreplay, some dudes just get right to it, man. Okay? So you got a man doing that with another man. Man, something's wrong here, man. Alright? You're supposed to have a pair of big feet in the bed and a pair of small feet in the bed, man. If you got a size 11 and a size 13, man, there's something wrong there. Something is wrong. Something is seriously wrong. You know? She gotta have like size 5 feet. Nowadays, some of these bitches got big ass feet.
Yeah, size
man.
8.
You like,
Yeah.
damn, bitch. I don't know.
Check your record.
Yeah, man. I need to see baby pictures, man. You know?
It says, both of them have committed an abomination.
An abomination is a filthy, perverse act before the eyes of the Most High. A real filthy, wicked, perverse act, man. You know? That
Says, they shall surely be put to death.
you shall surely be put to death, man. That's the law of being a homosexual. Alright? That's the law on it. According to the good books.
Yeah.
Alright? That's
Their blood shall be upon them.
In other words, you were slain because of something that you did. Alright? That was it on that, right? So let's go back here to Ezekiel. I'm going to go back over there. You got something?
Yeah. This is Proverbs 1:20. Wisdom cried without. She uttered for a voice in the street.
And it's the wisdom right here, man. Alright? If you can't go to Sideshow Bob, Creep Show Dollar for this wisdom, man. Alright? Joe Austin is more like Sideshow Bob. You know? Creep Show Dollar, T.D. Jakes. Hey, man, you can't even go to Nate and them guys, man, for this truth, man. The most you're going to find out from them niggas is that you an Israelite. Because you ain't going to get the name of the Lord from Nate. Last I heard, I don't know if they teaching the name of the Most High right way now, but last I heard it was Ahia and Yeshaya or something like that, man. You know?
Also, Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah, God in Christ bless. All right. Right?
She crieth in the chief let me read that again. She crieth in the chief place of concourse.
This is the chief place of concourse. You see tourists and people passing by here. You guys are tourists, right?
No, we live here.
Okay, cool. Well, that's cool. That's all right. You're gonna be living in slavery soon.
Because all of these hospitals and down that way, you got the shit for the cancer people. This shit normally is crowded during a weekday. You know, especially back there, all of this hospitals and shit. She cried in a chief place of concourse in the openings of the gates.
Yeah.
In the city she uttered her words saying, how long, ye simple ones?
And that's what we're doing through the spirit, man. Because we got the truth, man. We're trying to enlighten you people, man. All right? If it be at all possible, we're enlightening y'all. You know? And that's up to y'all about y'all try anyhow, man. You know? We really can't do a damn thing. All right? I couldn't enlighten you if I was trying to goddamn enlighten your eyeball, man. I can't enlighten you. The Most High gotta open your mind. Lord said he waited at the door. Any man that knocked, you know what I'm saying? He'll come into him and sup with him, man. So you gotta be in this thing, man. You know? You gotta wanna be in this thing. You gotta desire this truth, man. It's like you desire a woman. Okay? Yeah.
How long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity?
Yeah, niggas rolling around the street wearing their pants off their fucking asses, calling each other Puerto Rican, Dominican, alright? Black. It's come so bad in this society, a nigga is calling himself a color as a nationality. You know? Last I checked, it was black. In the 1930s and shit, or maybe it was like it was colored or Negro or something like that.
It was called color in the 1930s.
Colored.
In the 60s, it was called Negro.
It's mad colors. Shit, what the fuck, man?
That's the color. That's the color, man.
It's a color. You know? That's that back during the time, you know, you had the KKK was on the rise through heaven, man.
On the rise, heaven. It was on the rise in the 60s, the 1860s. But
you had different white supremacist groups, you know what I'm saying, back then. And that originally is not an Israelite nature, man. That's originally Esau that went into that, man. All right? Originally Esau went into that, and Jake had to do something to combat it. So they came up with all this bullshit, but it wasn't ever the truth, man. You know? That's why the scripture tell you, lean not unto your own understanding.
And the scorners delight in their scorning. And fools hate knowledge.
And fools hate knowledge. Now what we're giving you is the knowledge of the scriptures, man. You know, free of charge. You know, we're not charging you for no breakdowns. We can go into all different kind of deep breakdowns. We're not charging you for that. You know? And these are things you would never learn in college, man.
That's amazing.
Okay?
So 170
Devils. Yeah, man.
Turn you at my reproof.
Yeah, because they don't tell you so-called white people in college that you're the fucking Edomites, man. They don't tell you that. All that reading their own term papers and thesis. You know what I'm saying? You have to present. You never come out knowing your true nationality. You're the Edomites. All you do is come out in debt. Okay? That's it. Chick going to college, you know what she gonna come out with? Probably herpes, man. That bitch getting passed around, okay, like a joint. That's the truth, man.
yeah, but you know what though? You got these Negro women that's pushing that their children should go to college, man. Control fertility, man. That Greek fertility, man. Let me say that Greek fertility, man. That Greek fraternity, and they learn the Greek and the ways of the Grecians, man. Which are these Edomites. That's why you got a lot of Negroes out there that's fully persuaded that Esau should rule. Should rule over them, man. And hey, you got these fucking nigger women going to college being sluts for the so-called white man. You got Jake being holed out, turned into homos for the so-called white man. Fagged out, man buns, thinking that's a manly thing to do. You blame it on the nigga, man, because they push up the man at the house, say they're the father and the mother, and they raise their sons up
Little fucking daughter.
to be a fucking homosexual, man. That's why You have these men out here getting slapped up and beat up by women because they was raised not to put their hands on the women, regardless of what the women do. Man, I wish a woman would put their hands on me, man. I'm gonna whoop that bitch ass, man. I'm gonna beat that bitch down. That bitch gonna realize that she ain't nothing but a fucking woman, man. You ain't nothing but a piece of meat. A piece of meat to beat up. Bust up. That's what you are, bitch. A piece of fucking meat. To get my dick wet. Bitch. Yeah, what's up? What's up?
Yeah, it's still. This is all right. It's verse 23, and that's it.
Yeah.
Not to go to 24, but turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit upon you. I will make known my words unto you.
That's talking about the elect, man. The Lord's only going to do that for the elect. As much people as we encounter doing this work, I mean, there got to be millions of people throughout the years, man. I mean, you know, this is still only for the elect. A very, very small number. All right. So with that, we're gonna go back into the. Yeah, go back into the. Go back into tomorrow.
It says.
Yeah, when you left off at.
It says, then said he unto me. It's Ezekiel 37:9. It says, then said he unto me, prophesy unto the wind, prophesy, son of man, and say to the wind, thus saith the Lord power, come from the four winds of breath, and breathe upon these slain that they may live.
What you talking about the Israelites, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. This word, that's what's being breathed on them. This word, this truth, man. Come on.
It says, so I prophesied as he commanded me, and the breath came into them, and they lived, and stood up upon their feet, an exceeding great army.
We're talking about what? The 144,000, man. Okay? So this truth is only for a small sect. A small sect, man. Alright? Hey, even the Lord said, I pray for them, I pray not for the world. Alright? Okay? So the Lord was really talking about the elect in that, man. You know?
Yes? It says, then he said unto me, son of man, these bones are the whole house of Israel.
Exactly. So, in other words, it's a structure. Okay? It's a structure. You see? And you got all kind of bones in the body that makes up what? Your whole body. Your whole skeleton, your whole structure, right? So all these tribes make it up, man. So those bones are the whole house of Israel. Alright? Hey, the Lord deal with biology too. Yeah, man.
It says, behold, they say, our bones are dried, and our hope is lost. We are cut off for our parts.
Yeah, that marrow, you know, which is inside the bone, is dried up. That bone is going to wither away, you know? You see?
It says, therefore prophesy and say unto them, thus saith the Lord power, behold, O my people, I will open your graves and cause you to come up out of your graves.
Yeah, the Lord's going to open your graves, meaning what? You in a grave, spiritually, thinking that you're Puerto Rican. You know, you're really going hard for that shit, man. You know? You know? You in a grave thinking you're Jamaican. You know? Them Jamaicans really go hard for that shit, man. You know? I'm saying? Thinking you Dominican. You really embrace that shit, man. The Lord said he's going to open your graves and cause you to come up out of them. That's why you're seeing certain men that are standing up on their feet from these prospective tribes. You ain't going to see no Edomites coming up out of that. Because why? Because they're not Israelites in the first place. And they came out descended. Okay? Now you might see a guy that looks like an Edomite. Then you got to consider the scriptures about what it says in Habakkuk. Okay? About the Lord performing a miracle. Salaka, what it say? It say, it shall be done, even though it was told you, you should not believe it. You know? That was the Israelites foreigners coming back into the fold. Alright? You can find, I think it's in Habakkuk, the first chapter or the third chapter. Yeah, it's in Habakkuk. Alright? That should perform a work in those days.
Oh, I got it.
Got it?
Yeah, this is Habakkuk chapter 1, verse 5. Behold ye among the heathen.
Yeah, behold ye among the heathen. Who's the ye among the heathen? The Israelite foreigners, man. You got Israelites out there with names like some dumb guy looking like a chick with the slanted eyes. And you don't know who the fuck he is, man. But you know he's the coolest dude in the bar. You know, man, I'm what he is, man.
Some come on.
John C. Lane, you know, walking around China.
Mr. Patel.
Yeah. Them Punjabs and them Indians, man.
Patel.
Talking like that.
John C. Whatever you want to call him.
Seriously, man. Now you got McGregor. That's a straight up nigga. All right, and the dude Khabib might be another nigga he's fighting because guess what? Jake sell out. They sell out the fucking houses, man. I was watching today before I came out. I was watching on Ricky Wright, Jermaine Taylor. You know Jermaine Taylor? Yeah, I was watching that fight. That was a good fight, man.
Ricky Wright, yeah.
That was a draw.
That's what I'm saying. Ricky Wright, no, I like both of them. I like both of them.
Right, yeah. I was watching that, and that, yeah, Jake do something, get together and do something, fight and something like that. That house is jam-packed. It's going to sell out. It's going to sell out, man.
Jermaine Taylor against Ronald Ricky Wright.
Yeah.
That was a good fight. That's a hell of a fight, bro.
Yeah, but it ended up being a tie, a draw.
Draw, yeah.
Yeah, but I think Jermaine Taylor
They
kind of
both,
pulled it out.
they
It
both
was
was
good.
busted up.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
It was a good fight. Yeah, read that though.
It says, behold ye among the heathen and regard. And
Exactly. So like the brother said, he gave the example, and then he even went into the tongue, you know, the accent. You know? Hey man, you got Jakes out there, I mean really cold. They got names like the other nations. They look like the other nations, but they're Israelites. They're Israelites. Okay? Alright? Talk about Africa. Look at Akon. You know? Akon was a straight up Jake, man. That's what I'm saying. Man. You know? Shit, man. Akon, he stopped making music. Now he got another hustle. He's providing everybody with electricity over in Africa, man. You know?
yeah.
You see? Hey, a lot of them from the West Coast, the Ivory Coast. You ever heard of Burkina Faso? That's another place. You know about Burkina Faso? I be learning from these Uber drivers, man. A lot of them be like Jakes from West Africa and whatnot, man. So when they pick me up, I like geography, so I asked them, where you from, man? At first, I never heard of Burkina Faso. Then after I started talking to them, I said, oh, Burkina, I know Burkina Faso. All right? Now, after a while, I met a couple Uber drivers. You have conversation with certain foreigners, and you realize, wait a minute, man, our people got to be over there, man. Because remember, we were dispersed throughout the four corners of the earth, man. So you got Jakes in every nation. And when I say every nation, I mean every nation. Somewhere or another.
It says, for I will work a work in your days, which ye shall not believe, though it be told to you.
Meaning what? That the Israelite foreigners was going to come back into the fold. Okay? What I'm talking about thousands of years ago when Yahushua came on the scene, he said he came to his own and they ain't accepted him. They accepted him not. So when he came to the Jews, because Yahushua was up the tribe of Judah, okay? So he was amongst Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, the so-called predominantly Negroid tribes. Alright? He was among them. You know, they didn't accept him. They're like, who the hell are you? He's like, call me his son, you ain't nobody. Who the hell are you to tell me this, that, and the other? That's how a nigga is. Little did you know that you were talking to the Lord power, okay, under the Most High. Alright? You see? So a lot of niggas will have to pay for it. Alright, so y'all don't accept it. They said, where will we go to the disperse amongst the Gentiles and teach the Gentiles? What does that mean? In other words, if you're going to go to the Israelites that are among the other nations and teach the Israelites that are among the other nations. Don't mean teach all communities, man.
That goes to show that the Israelites in Jerusalem knew that there was dispersed amongst the Gentiles.
Yeah, they
Going back to the time of the Maccabees, that's why they make that statement. They're going to teach the dispersed among the Gentiles, the dispersed Israelites among the Gentiles, man. Who no longer call themselves Israelites, but they consider themselves a part of the heathen nation that they are, you know what I'm saying, that they are, in.
Exactly. But you know what? And that was even before 70 AD. That was way before 70 AD. Well, now I ain't gonna say way before, but it was before 70 AD.
Right? Because
Yahweh Shah was already talking about 70 AD. He told you a lot of you stupid ass niggas, look, when you see Jerusalem come past with armies, don't come back, don't leave everything there. Leave everything there. Don't come back. He done left something in the house. Don't come back to the house to get nothing. He that's not there, don't go there. If you go there, hey, you gonna get fucked up, man. Look, 70 AD, when they come past Jerusalem, they set the temple gates alight, they was burning it down. They had a lot of Jews. They said 500 Jews. Listen to history. 500 Jews was crucified a day. All right? They said dogs and jackals feasted on the bodies, man. So that was just a bunch of jakes on crosses, okay? Dead. And dogs eating their feet, their toes, you know? And jackals, you know? Tearing them up, man. Dead bodies, you know? You see? So that's what 70 AD was all about. And you had certain jakes, they were so simple, them niggas thought they were being smart. Yeah, they swallow your silver coins. They were swallowing the coins and shit, right? So hey man, they had dropsy, all right? They said once the Romans realized that they were swallowing them coins, but their stomachs was all fat with the coins, it was called eviscerating them. The word eviscerate means to bring out from within, to draw out. They were ripping their guts out, man. Taking out their intestines and whatnot, and guess what? Finding riches, man. Because Jake wasn't broke like that back then. Jake had money back then. We had land, we had cattle, we had stuff going on. Now we don't got shit, but we gonna get that done. You know? So that's just some history on that, man.
That's why the Lord said to the prophet as well about how these Edomites take his gold and silver and carry them into his temple. During the time of the elder prophet said,
during the Flavian dynasty, pretty much. It was what's the guy's name? It was Domitian, Titus, and
Vespasian.
There you go.
The Flavian dynasty.
That's right, the Flavian dynasty. And hey man, they slaughtered Jerusalem, man. They slaughtered them. You had them jakes that was up there. They went up there in Masada. Them crackers said, you know what? We gotta fight these niggas. We gotta fight them. We're just gonna let these niggas starve to death. So nothing was allowed in, nothing was allowed out. No food. So niggas started eating, niggas found a little rat, niggas started eating on that.
belts.
You know? A lot of niggas probably committed suicide too. You know? They started eating their belts, because you know your belt is made from leather. Goat skin or whatever. They said, well,
Started reasoning with you.
yeah, you know.
Yo, shit.
It was real. Yeah. It started getting real, bro. It started getting real. And imagine you got a leather belt. It's Gucci, man. Gucci belt. Put that in a fucking pot. You put that Gucci belt in a pot, brother. There's a couple of these belts, you're gonna put that in a pot. Because it's calves. You're gonna put it in a pot and boil it. And don't worry about the doctor. Die. Get it off. You gonna eat that. Hey, you know what? A lot of these niggas are gonna do that in these days, man. Alright? Who cares, man? Okay, get it out.
Lamentations 4:9, it says, they that be slain with the sword are better than they that be slain with hunger.
Yeah, exactly. They that be slain with the sword. In other words, if you get your head chopped off your body, they'll put your head on a guillotine or something like that. You know, you get your head sliced off your body, it's better suffering that than suffering famine. You know? Better that than suffering a famine, man. Starving to death, man. Your head's blown off with a, you know what I'm saying, pistol or something like that. It's way better than starving to death, man. Yeah?
It says,
Yeah,
says, for these pine away.
You pine away meaning what? You waste away. You waste away because why? Because your body is
separated.
all
Still
the
trying to hit you.
vitamins, minerals that
Yeah.
are already in the body.
Yep.
All right? Now, when all those are gone, your body starts feeding on itself.
Yep.
In these last days, niggas out there don't even the damn patrolman, man. I can't expect a nigga to go on a fast for 24 hours. How the hell you gonna survive a week? Within 3 days, you're gonna want to eat your little son, man. You know, eat your little daughter. Or you might have a pet. Your girl got a yoke. That's right. Yoke, man. I never liked them anyway. You gonna put them in a pot, man. Hey, man, back in the history of Israel, they ate children, man. They ate children. That was the Lord. That was the Lord that did that to them, man. The Lord's gonna do it against you, wicked ass niggas, man. You see what we doing right here? We washing the butt off of my hands. Alright? Okay, we're getting right with Yahweh Bashim Shai. These are the things that please come to the whole side. Okay, you know what, man? I was sick earlier over there, man, but the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Shai revived me, man, and I feel better now, man. I was feeling real sick, man. I was throwing up and all that. You know, not the spirit, you know what I'm saying? Revived me, man. Yeah.
It says, for these pine away, stricken through for want of fruit of the field.
Yeah, exactly, man. You pine away, stricken through for want of fruits of the field, man. You know? It says, when you're starving to death, you wish that you know what I'm saying? You know the blackberries that everybody walks by, they just fall on the floor,
You just step on it.
stepping on them and all that. You gonna be looking for them. You know? Very seldom you see it, but I didn't see apple trees in the Bronx and stuff like that. You know, stuff to eat. Because these regular shopping centers, these little supermarkets, stuff like that, they're going to be closed down. And you are not going to be able to find, you know, food in those days, man. Now you got these niggas among Israel that are doomsday preppers, man. They know they're Israelites, but they're saying that their houses got to be like the land of Goshen. You know, in other words, they got to be stocked up with all kind of food and stuff like that. The prophets of the Lord don't believe that. We ain't no doomsday preppers, man. All right? Because Yahweh Shai, all he said was going to, he said he's going to take care of us, man. He's not a man, he should lie. Hey, the Lord ain't never lied, man. The Lord ain't never lied. If the Lord is keeping you back from something, you better believe it's for your own good. All right? It's for your own good. You know what I'm saying? Like, say for instance, a woman, you might want to get with this woman, but the Lord didn't have you get with her, right? Could be for the reason you get with that woman. She can get with you and make you soft and destroy you, man. Make you weak and destroy you. You know? Even sometimes the Lord gotta build you up in His truth to deal with a woman, man. You know? Because a woman come with a lot of bullshit to her, man. You know what I'm saying? She come with a lot of bullshit. You know, you might be a real pretty chick. You know what I'm saying? You all into the chick, she can fuck around and destroy you, man. You know?
Yeah, that's why you gotta be rooted. That's why you gotta be grounded and rooted in this truth, man.
You gotta be firm, man.
Yeah, firm.
Rooted and built up.
Yeah.
It says, the hands of a pitiful woman have sodden their own children.
Yeah, sodden means to boil. You know? Sodden your own children, the pitiful woman. You know what I'm saying? Because they're such in a bad case, they gotta eat their own children, man. They don't want to do it, but they rationalize it within themselves, man. But really, when they come through to it, they're gonna bust into tears, man. You know? Yeah?
They were meat in the destruction of the daughter of my people.
Yeah, they were meat. What you were supposed to eat is lamb. Yeah. A baby's torso, you know? Lamb chops. No. Curry powder. You know? And then the lamb chops is fucking child chops. You know? Yeah, it was a bad time for our people, man. And them bad times are gonna come back. Bad times are gonna come back. You think about it. All right, good.
Ezekiel chapter 5, verse 16. When I shall send upon them the evil arrows of famine,
Go up a little bit.
All right. I'll start at verse 14. It says, moreover, I will make thee waste and a reproach among the nations.
Yeah, the Lord said he's gonna make us a waste and a reproach among the nations, man. Hey, we in that state now too. All right? The nations don't respect us, man. They looking down on us, man. They look down on us, man. A lot of them don't want to rent you their apartments, man. They don't want you to get in with their daughters and stuff like that. You know? They'll excommunicate their family member if they get with a Jake. It's like that chick that played tennis that beat Serena the other day, right? They said her mother got excommunicated by the family because she dealt with a Jake for 10 years. Now all of a sudden that Jake spread with their niece, all right? Because that's the Jake spirit that allowed her to do that.
Got the millions.
You know? And she got them bands, you know what I'm saying, the racks.
Yeah. Her money don't fold no more.
It can't even fold no more. It can't even fold no more, man.
Gotta be like, how you doing? Long time no see.
Yeah, long time no see. You know, because all the nations of this world know this. You know, now that Israelite spirit being manifested in us because the reason why we're so talented to us, we're not real talented. That's because our father's genes, not because of our mother's genes. The last thing I heard about these chicks being nice and people. Now, them niggas is nice in that shit. You ever watch that shit? Them niggas is nice in that shit. That big palm shit. They real good, brother. I mean, look it up. ESPN that shit. They real good. Brother,
That's their mix.
check that shit out.
That and chopsticks.
Yeah.
No, I'm just fucking with you, huh?
Yo, you ain't can remember that that human being.
Nah, that's still good. Good, huh?
It said, moreover, I will make thee waste and a reproach among the nations that are round about thee.
Exactly, because back then, we dwelt in our land, but you had the other nations around about us. The Moabites, the Edomites, Ammonites was around us now. And when we was good with our power, they knew. That's why any folk would tell them that, because they was right around us. They knew when we was good with our power, don't even try to come up against us, man. No? Don't even try it. Okay? Don't even try it, because you're just going to get slaughtered, man. Okay?
It says, in the sight of all that pass by.
Exactly, because we was jacked up. We're still in that state now, man. Yeah?
Verse 15, so it shall be a reproach and a taunt, and instruction and astonishment unto the nations that are round about thee.
Yeah, that was back then, and it's even in this day, man. You know? Yeah?
It says, when I shall execute judgments in thee in anger and in fury.
Yes, the Lord is pissed off with Israel, man. You know? Man, the Lord don't give a damn how pretty a woman is, man, or how cool you are as a Jake. You know, the Lord don't give a shit about that, man. You know? You Israelites, man, the Lord is pissed off with you, man. Okay? Extremely pissed off with you, man.
It says, and in furious rebukes, I, Yahweh, have spoken it, when I will send upon them the evil arrows of famine, which shall be for their destruction.
That's what the Lord is doing right now. Okay? Speaking through the mouth of his prophets. Because where the mouth is, how about you now, China? Like the Holy Prophet said, the Lord is angry with you right now. Man. Read that again.
It says, back one. All right. It says, when I shall execute judgments in thee in anger and in fury and furious rebukes, I, Yahweh, why Yahweh Shai, have spoken it.
Yeah, like, for instance, right now, the Lord is rebuking his people, the Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans right now by the mouth of his prophets. And then the time when the company will use his prophets to open the streets and rebuke them in a physical way. In the time of Jacob's trouble, in the time of famine, in the time of his race wars, in the time of civil unrest. That's when the Lord actually rebuked the physical, man. And then open in the time of the World War III, all these ICBMs. Go ahead.
When I will send upon them the evil arrows of famine, which shall be for their destruction.
Yeah, the evil arrows of famine, man. So guess what? 2/3 of our people, we're going to be going out by way of famine, man. You're going to starve to death. Look, you're going to eat your own children, man. Eat your own baby, your own son, your own daughters. That's what's actually going to come down to. Go ahead.
In which I will send to destroy you, and I will increase the famine upon you, and will break your staff of bread. So will I send upon you famine and evil beasts.
You're going to break us the staff of your bread. You want there's going to be an economic collapse out there, man. You know? So in that time of your economic collapse, what are you going to do in that time, man? Who are you going to be relying on? Because the dollar's going to crash, the pound sterling is going to crash, and that day, that money's going to help you, man. That's how you help us in our shadow with the staff of your bread. Go ahead.
So will I send upon you famine and evil beasts, and they shall bereave thee, and pestilence and blood shall pursue through thee.
Yeah, so these are the horrors that the Lord's getting ready to bring on this place now, man. It happened back then, and it's going to happen again now, right? Hey, the Lord spoke about them wild beasts. That's going to happen again now. When that time comes, hey, because it's in Job about the beasts of the field, we shall be in league with us, all right? So when this place goes down, them animals and zoos and whatnot, they're going to be let out, man. All right? Maybe not even a human, let them out. Maybe the angel of the Lord will open up the gates and let them out. Because guess what? Man, prophecy has to be fulfilled. All right? And Apostle, like Apostle Hall said, sometimes the angels of prophecy come to pass. Just like during the time of Christopher Columbus, Gustavo Colon, with St. Elmo's Fire, when the chariot came down, they was about to commit a mutiny on this devil. Because they didn't see land in a long time. You know, when you coming up against the captain of the ship, it's called a mutiny. All right? Like that movie, that movie with Anthony Hopkins and Cam, man, I forgot the name of the movie. Anthony Hopkins is in the movie, though. That's about to get a mutiny on him. All right? It's a lot, dude. Yeah, that's about to take him out of power with this shit. And then chariot came down, which was St. Elmo's Fire, which was the angels, all right, and led them to where they had to go. And they landed in Hispaniola first. Guess who was over there? Israelites. All right?
It says, and pestilence and blood shall pass through thee.
Yeah, pestilence. Hey, CDC, I was going into it. They got all of that, all of those different biological diseases. They got that shit, man. The bubonic plague. You ever notice? Now you don't hear anything about AIDS like that no more. Before, everybody was catching that shit, right? Now you don't hear about it no more. Ebola. What? All of a sudden, people stop catching the shit? No, they control it, man. They control it. Flu season. All right? They control that. Your body is that's the spirit. See that? 144. See that there? On the bust it. It's the spirit, man. You know what I'm saying? They control that, man. They control that. All those diseases, man. They got patents on it, and they study it, man. They study it and tweak it. Because once your body gets a certain disease, you're supposed to be immune to the shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Your body, your immune system builds up, and you become immune to something. A common cold, you ain't never supposed to catch a cold again, you catch that shit one time.
That's right.
But guess what? Esau always tweaks the cold.
Yeah.
Put something else to it. You know? That's why some colds are worse than others. Because Esau tweak it and give you something else, man.
Yeah.
Put something else in it, some other bug to fuck you up, man. You know? Swine flu, bird flu, you know what I'm saying? The regular flu, you know? That's all stuff that Esau created, man.
Yeah.
And then moreover, you use to feed. So, by way of the feed, you don't get the right nutrition to actually fight off those diseases or those pesticides, right? So your immune system is broken down, man.
And you know what? When you supplement stuff, shit, I want to say cilantro, Okay, that's good. You know, which is parsley. You know,
Cilantro is different.
no, I'm sorry. That's right. They call cilantro Chinese parsley though. That's why I said that. They call cilantro, another name for cilantro is coriander or Chinese parsley. Okay? Say you're taking that, that's supposed to be good for your eyes, right? But you notice you've been taking this shit for months, it's really not doing nothing for your eyes. Right? So now you gotta supplement ginkgo biloba for the eyes. So you gotta supplement something. You ain't supposed to have to supplement nothing what you're taking the herb, man. It's supposed to be pure. And Esau even got genetically modified herbs. You got seeds. You got a little garden growing carrots or something like that. That's all GMO. To tell you the truth, orange carrots are GMO. The true color of a carrot is supposed to be purple, white, and yellow. Okay? That's the true color of a carrot. Alright? Those genes, those roots to make the orange carrot was intermingled. Was the Lord spoke about that in the book of Genesis, man. You're not supposed to do that, man. Mingling seeds, man. They were mingled after the house of orange. Alright? Which was the Belgian royal family. I think it was the Dutch royal family, the house of orange. Okay? And that's why carrots were made like that. Okay? Carrots, you never had a carrot in your life. Well, carrots are orange, they used up, they didn't give you the eyes. They ain't supposed to be orange though, man. So you gotta think about it. If you're 30 years old in society, orange carrot been around since before I was born. So how many GMOs this place is being destroyed, man? Year after year. You know? I know we kind of all over the place, but it's a spirit, man. You know?
It says, and I will bring the sword upon thee. I, Yahweh, have spoken it.
That's it, man. So the Lord's going to bring the sword upon these so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and all people that are wrong in this place, man, safely elect, man, once this thing goes down. Once it really goes down, man, only people that's going to live in the Lord is the elect, man. Yeah, what's you got?
It's Second Ezra 16 and 18. It says, the beginning of sorrow and great mourning.
Yeah, the beginning of sorrows, and this is just the beginning, man. Alright? You think you've seen something? You ain't seen nothing yet, man. This is just the beginning of sorrows and great mournings.
The beginning of famine and great death.
The beginning of famine and great death. The time is going to come, you're going to see people laid out in these streets, dead bodies, man. Alright? It's going to come to the point where it's going to be the norm. If you see a dead body right now, you'll be shocked. Oh my God! You're going to see the women going all crazy, especially these old crackers, man. You know?
You know, these old fat nigga women too. Don't forget about them fucking obese fat cows.
I just want to say chicken pockets. I'm not saying like McDonald's dollar menu money on me. Fat bitch.
Fucking fat coon, bitch.
Get them coupons.
It says the beginning of wars and the power shall stand in fear.
Yeah, exactly. The powers are going to stand in fear, meaning what? The powers of the society. The elites. Alright? Because you think you got things under control. You don't got things under wraps. The Most High is doing stuff. The Most High is doing things. The Most High is doing work.
It says the beginning of evil. What shall I do when these evils shall come?
So that's what Ezra was saying. He was saying, damn, man, what the hell am I going to do when all this start happening, man? We saw all kind of stuff happening, all kind of people getting working, you know, destroyed and whatnot, somebody getting effed up. So that was so far, you know? You know? You go back then, even wasn't looking like no white boy back then anyway, man. It was all dark still, man. What it says, so it's evil is something among the people, alright? You gotta remember, Ephraim came out of Joseph. Joseph, so-called dark skinned man. Joseph had an Egyptian wife. She was a dark skinned woman. So she was dark skinned, he was dark skinned, so what they all do is dark skinned. So every man was dark skinned. But Ephraim started reaching himself among the people to those people. Right? A lot of people, these Ephraimites is really kids, man. You know? Straight up. They was raping them. Hey, like I said, spirits all over the place right now. They was raping them conquistadors when they came out there. They saw them fine ass Puerto Rican women, and they was raping them. Straight up, man. You know, without no asking you on a date, all that. That was spoiled. All right? They was raping them. They was slaughtering them. They showed them what they was all about. All right?
They show you that movie, The Revenant.
Yeah.
Leonardo, it show you how this Edomite had this chick, this Gadite chick up on the tree, busting her up, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? She was just...
Leo let him get his revenge on him.
Yeah,
Cut his balls off.
Yeah, but guess what?
Spoiler.
But before that, that movie been out for so long, they had to, if you ain't watch shit now, man, you deserve to get a spoiler alert. You know what I mean? Because at that time, yo, she was, you know, just going about, and Esau, the so-called wife, the devil he was, he grabbed her up and started busting her up on the tree. Humbled the shit out of her, man. She was all in pain and shit. He had to be busting her on her anus, making shit, the pain she had on her face, man. He was busting her up, man. Foul cracker that Esau is, man.
Esau, you know what I'm saying? Esau don't have no mercy.
You know what I'm saying? So you never know what he was doing, man. Esau's a foul demon, man. See? Hey, man, you're going to pay for every atrocity you committed, man. Every atrocity you committed, you're going to pay for it, man.
Yeah, it's the 12 tribes of Israel, man. And the other nations gonna get their hands on you too. Esau has belong.
Yeah, that's what
All right? You know?
Hosea 7 and 8. Ephraim, he had mixed himself among the people.
Yeah, so when I stand in the holy man, you know, people start getting with him, man. You know? A lot of Ephraimites out there, they're tears. That's why they go so hard for this place. A lot of them are tears, so-called Ephraimites, they're tears. A lot of so-called Puerto Ricans are tears, I should say.
A lot of jakes are tears.
A lot of niggas are tears too. You know? So it said he has mingled himself in among the people. Okay?
It says Ephraim is a cake not turned.
Cake not turned. Got a pancake. Making a pancake in the pan, whatever, the skillet, whatever you want to call it. You know? When you fry it up on one side, it's real dark. When you flip it, I don't know if you just give it distraction. Some dudes is nice, they can just flip it like that. You know what I'm saying? It's real light on that side. It's already cooked down, but it's real light on one side and real dark on the other side. So guess what? That's what it means. You got some Ephraimites that are real dark skinned, some Ephraimites that are light skinned. Alright? Okay?
It says strangers have devoured his It says, strangers have devoured his strength, and he knoweth it not. Yea, gray hairs are here and there upon him, yet he knoweth not.
Yeah, because a lot of Ephraimites, they get that gray hair.
Okay, well, I mean,
They get that gray
Hey,
hair.
but the Lord's
but
will,
they
you know,
beards go out real big.
the Lord's will, brothers,
And
go check
they
them
have
out.
that gray hair.
know?
So it tells you that the holy head is the God.
Okay.
You find the ways of righteousness, right? So
All right,
they got
I'm gonna go to your camp.
You know, they will be getting that gray hair on them, all right? But guess what? They don't know a damn thing. They don't know nothing. Ephraim is silly as no. Ephraim is a silly motherfucker, man. I'm telling you, man. You know? Ephraim is real silly.
You were just over there, right, bro? You was talking to brothers over there, right?
I'm not welcome here.
Yeah. I remember seeing you over. I could see from here to here, so I still here.
Yeah.
says,
I told them I'll tell you the same thing.
What's that?
I want to be down with y'all. That's it.
It's not up to us whether you down with us or something to do. You know?
Well, I know I'm blessed by the Lord, so
What's the Lord's name?
teach me, brother.
Huh? And you know what? That's the right spirit to be in. You know what I'm saying? Let's go into the name of the Lord for this brother real quick. Let's go to Proverbs, because you know what? You came up saying the right thing.
I thought,
Yeah.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 10, Romans chapter 10, verse 13. It says, for whosoever shall call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved.
Yeah. So whosoever shall call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved. Okay? Read on.
It says, how then shall they call on him in whom they have not believed? And how shall they believe in him of whom they have not heard?
Exactly, man. Right?
And how shall they hear without a preacher?
Exactly. And we're the teachers and preachers, man. When you go into the word preacher, it really means prophet, man. All right? See, when you go into that word, it really means prophet. All right? So now, the name of the Heavenly Father, we'll get it in Proverbs. You gotta do something? Okay, yeah, get that.
This is Exodus chapter 3, and I'm going to start at verse 12. 13, it says, and Moses said unto the Most High, behold, when I come unto the children of Israel, and shall say unto them,
Yeah, by the way, the Israelites are so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. A lot of people in this country, or this corporation, have a misconception to where these people on this sign are a separate nation. No, they're one nation. They're the Israelites. Okay? In other words, these are the people that came through the sea with Moses, man. All right? These are the people that came out of the house of bondage during the time of Egypt. All right? Okay? It says, when thou and shall say unto them, the power of your fathers have sent me unto you, and they shall say unto me, what is his name? Right. So that's the question that Moses is asking. They're going to ask me what? They're going to ask me, what's his name? No? They're not going to, believe in a God that has no name. And I'm going to tell you right now, the name of the Most High is not God, and it's not Jesus.
It's not Jah.
It ain't Jah. Okay? It's not Yahweh. Okay? The name of the Most High is Yahweh. Okay? And the name of his son is Yahushua. All right? That's who you ignorantly call God. His name is Yahweh. And you ignorantly call Jesus Christ, his name is Yahushua. And guess what? Another thing about it. They're so-called black men. That's all throughout the Holy Bible. All right? So bring this up. You finish on that? Okay, read that.
It says, what shall I say unto them? And the Most High said unto Moses, I am that I am.
I am that I am. And when you translate that, it really goes into the Most High's name, Yahweh. When the Lord says his own name, it means I am. Because nothing exists before the Most High. All right? You see? When we say it, it means he is. All right? When we say his name, Yahweh, it means he is. When we say his own name,
He said, thus shalt thou say unto the children of Israel, I am have sent me unto you. And the Most High said moreover unto Moses, thus shalt thou say unto the children of Israel, Yahweh, thy power of your fathers, the power of Abraham, the power of Isaac, and the power of Jacob have sent me unto you.
Exactly.
This is my name forever, and this is my memorial unto all generations.
That's it. So that's the Lord's name forever, Yahweh. That's the name of the Most High. So what your grandparents taught you, man, or what your mother taught you when she was rubbing your head to put you to bed at night, praying in gentle Jesus, that was all a lie. All right? But guess what? She taught you that because she was lying to you. She didn't know the truth. But now the Lord has risen up his prophets to feed you with his wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Give me that.
Proverbs 30 and 4.
30 and 4, okay.
It says, who had ascended up into heaven or descended,
Who have ascended up into heaven or descended, man?
who had gathered the wind in his fist, who had bound the waters in his garment.
Right, these are all great feats that the scriptures are talking about. You know, right?
Who had established all the ends of the earth. What is his name and what is his son's name, if thou canst tell?
So that's the point. What's his name and what is his son's name if thou canst tell? In other words, it was a mystery. All right? So the Lord wasn't going to make his name just easily known. No, his name is not God. Okay? God is really just a title. Like the word man is a title. Like the word president is a title. The word God means power. Okay? Or judge. You see, there are many gods. Okay? But there's only one truth. Okay?
Like, for instance, you know, Mike Tyson used to call it Iron Mike. Iron is the title. Iron is the title. His name was Mike Tyson. The same from the Lord. His name was Howard Shine. Jesus is Christ. Jesus is Greek. Lord was a Greek. Christ, that's a title, which means anointed. So really, his title, well, his name was Howard Shine, but his title was Mashiach.
That's
The anointed. The anointed.
That title that came upon that word Jesus Christ, it goes back to the time of the Ptolemies, to the time of the 4 generals of Alexander the Greek, going into the history of the Ptolemies when they took control of Egypt. They Ptolemy Sota, which was that word Sota means
Savior.
Savior. And what he did was he wanted to combine Egyptology and the Greek philosophies, the Greek culture, and Egyptology together. So he came up with a deity called Serapis. You know, and
Apis the bull.
Apis the bull, and Isis. Apis the bull, let's go back to the Greek philosophy, and Isis, let's go back to the Egyptian philosophy and the Canaanite deities. So what he did was he combined them both together and came up with Serapis. You know, and throughout the ages, Serapis Christus. And they built the big temple called Serapis or Serapium, you know what I mean? And the men that was calling themselves Serapians or Christians, they started worshiping Serapis. And throughout the ages, they turned from Serapis to Jesus Christos, which means Savior anointed. Jesus Christos. And then throughout the ages, you had a god that was a sun worshiper by the name of Constantinople, which was a nigger. Constantine, which was a nigger, during 325 AD, he kind of adapted that into the religion of Christianity. You understand what I'm saying, bro? And that became, instead of Serapis and Jesus Christus, became Jesus Christ.
Yeah, because the letter J. You know how the elder brother is saying this because you have an understanding of where the whole concept of Jesus Christ comes from. It's a made up concept. So basically, that letter J, it wasn't actually in the Greek. There was no letter J. There is no J in the Greek. There's no J in the Hebrew. So it's in language. So it's impossible. It's actually impossible for Jesus Christ. It's impossible. We're not going to find the letter J in the ancient Hebrew. What they had set up was Jesus Christus.
There you go, Serapis. There you go, right there, bro. Slakia. It's a Greek, see, Greek. They're the form of Serapis.
This is James 1 and
Egyptian
21.
deity, see?
The man came up and said,
Serapis.
down with us. All right?
It says, wherefore lay apart all filthiness and superfluity of naughtiness.
All filthiness and superfluity of naughtiness. All right? Like for instance, in the book of Acts, when you had certain Jews that came up to Paul and certain apostles, okay? And they asked them, Paul, certain people were pushing circumcision, okay? They were forcing that circumcision on them. They said, listen, if you're going to come into this thing, you got to be circumcised, all right? Then Paul, they had a dispute behind that, and Paul went to Jerusalem on it. Look it up if you can find it, all right? It's in the book of Acts. They had a dispute behind it. And guess what? They told them what to do behind that. So read that again.
It says, James 1 and 21, wherefore lay apart all filthiness.
All filthiness. Filthiness is what? Coming out of this world, the philosophies of the world. Like for instance, we don't have the signs on us, but believing that the Lord is a so-called white man. All right? That's filthiness, man. All right? Believing in hell. There's a place called hell. That's filthiness. Because there is no hell according to the scriptures, right? All right?
We can't prove that in the Bible.
And yeah, we can prove that in numerous scriptures, man. Okay? Believing that, you know, the woman is above the man, you know? Things like that.
bullshit. Believing the Lord came for everyone.
Yeah, believing that all nations could be saved. You know? That's also filthiness, man. You see? It really begins with our spiritualness, man. All right? Spirituality as far as you believe in the truth or not, man. You could be believing in some filthy communication, man. All right? Like, for instance, if I say the F word, is that filthy communication? One might think that, right? But it's really not. All right? What the F word is an acronym, okay? And it means fornication under the consent of the king. It goes back to the old English. All right? That's not filthy communication. Really, it's an acronym. All right? No? It's really not filthy communication.
It's just rude speech.
It's rude speech.
Yeah.
Okay? That's not the filthy communication it's talking about. All right? All nations can be saved. That's filthy communication. The Lord was born of a virgin birth. That's filthy communication. All right? The Lord is a so-called white man. Is filthy communication. All right? The Jews are white. That's filthy communication, man. All right?
Basically, everything that's contrary to what the Bible actually says is filthy communication.
Go back to James.
Back in James, it says, wherefore lay apart all filthiness and superfluity of naughtiness.
Right, superfluity and naughtiness is pretty much the ways you were when you was in the world. You got to come out of that. All right? You got to come out of those ways. All right? Now I'll tell you what Paul said. You know? I'm gonna tell you what Paul said. Paul said, "Is it not a shame for a man to have long hair?" Paul said that in the scriptures. You know? So according to the scriptures, you know, in other words, if you come to join us, you have to cut your locks off, brother. You know? Because why? Because it's scripture. You know? But that's something you got to build up to. You know? In other words, if you really believe in this thing, that's one of the steps you have to do. One of the steps you have to take. You know?
Oh,
Because why? Because it's in the truth. And you're not the only brother. I never really had crazy ass hair. You know?
But once your hair becomes long, you gotta cut it off, bro. I have braids, my braids is long. You know? But I have to cut it off. You know?
But see, that's something you got to build up to. You know? Hey, let's go to the argument. Let's go to the argument.
This right here, this right here
Yeah.
is symbolic,
Symbolic to what?
right?
Symbolic to what?
Symbolic to my commitment to my people.
Commit to your people.
Well, I know who are not my people.
Who's your people? No,
I know who are not my
well,
people.
we not
So-called
about.
white race.
My people are Earth's rightful rulers.
Well, you know what? That's true. Because why? Because
Okay. So I'm ignorant. Hold on, brother. All right, go ahead.
What's your nationality? First of all, I want to identify you on the side.
I don't know my nationality.
Okay, where's your father from?
Jamaica.
You're a Benjamin, all right? See, we know your nationality, all right?
I knew you was born in that spirit of job.
But you know what?
No.
But he didn't say that. He didn't say that.
I never
He
said
didn't
that.
say
And go back to my hair.
Yeah.
Because you think it's a big deal for me to
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say
Right?
that. I never
But
said that.
so you gotta understand that
That's a
in
commitment to you and your people.
in this Babylon, this filthy system regime that we live under,
Right.
That you and I
Right.
were miseducated from the day we were born
Absolutely.
all the way till we got consciousness, trying to figure some shit out.
Well,
Right.
it's the Lord that did it.
Revealing within your heart, right? Now, if a man has no access to knowledge, and he's seeking that knowledge, you can't blame him for his ignorance.
Well, we're not blaming you, bro.
Of course not.
It's
Okay.
the Lord brought us
Okay.
over here for
Okay. Everything happens for a reason.
Absolutely.
But what I say is this, right? If I had brothers
Right.
who would die for me
Yep.
and believe in what I believe in,
Right.
right? I want to make a change.
Yep.
But my hair, cutting my hair, means nothing.
But hold.
Well, you know what?
Let me just say this real quick. Stop it, bro. You know, it's not what you believe. It's what the scriptures, it's what the Lord said. Man.
Okay, so
see,
be it.
your vain opinion
Uh-huh.
has nothing
To do with it.
compared to the scriptures.
Teach me.
You know?
Teach me. Teach me.
So we gonna bring it out. Teach gonna bring it out.
Hold on to that. Let's go.
Alright, so this is Acts 15, and I'll start at verse 30. It says, so when they dismissed, they came to Antioch, and when they had gathered the multitude together, they delivered the epistle, which when they had read, they rejoiced for the consolation. And Judas and Silas, being prophets also themselves, exhorted the brethren with many words and confirmed them. And after they had tarried there a space, they were let go in peace from the brethren unto the apostles. Notwithstanding, it pleased Silas to abide there still, who also and Barnabas continued in Antioch, teaching and preaching the word of the Lord with many others also. And some days after, Paul said unto Barnabas, let us go again and visit our brethren in every city where we have preached the word of the Lord, and see how they do.
Right.
And Barnabas determined to take with them John, whose surname was Mark, but who thought not good to take him with them, who departed from Pamphylia, and went not with them to the work. And the contention was so sharp between them that they departed asunder one from another.
Yeah, this is not what I was reading. No, I'm talking about the circumcision. I'm talking about the argument about the circumcision. All right, so let's go here.
This is First Corinthians 11 and 14. It says, do it not even nature itself teach you that if a man have long hair, it is a shame unto him?
Right, because that's a woman's glory. A woman's glory is her hair. And they'll tell you that in the scriptures, you know? So it'll tell you in the scriptures right here, Paul the Apostle just said, for a man to have long hair, it's a shame unto him.
What about the Nazarite vows?
No, that's a good question. But eventually a Nazarite had to cut his hair. Right?
If you believe, because he got to go to the Passover.
Well, let me ask you something. Did you grow your hair because of a Nazarite vow? Be honest with me. Well, you know, according let me say something about the Nazarite vow, all right? The Nazarite vow, did you know, if you call the Nazarite vow, you can't drink wine, you indulge in wine.
Therefore, you
see,
violate the Nazarite.
You already broke the vow.
You didn't know that, did you?
I like wine too.
You didn't know
You
that,
eat
did
grapes?
you?
No, I knew that. I knew that.
Well, do you eat grapes?
I did.
Well,
The
you broke
Nazarite
the
vow.
Nazarite vow.
So why would you say you under the Nazarite vow? You know you want to these
Now,
laws.
let's keep it real. Look at it for the bitches, all right?
No.
Okay?
Hey, bro, but I'm saying, bro, but for
That
real,
was
bro.
an unintended consequence. No, but it's funny though, because it's true. Women once I started growing my hair, it came, and I didn't expect that. But I started growing my hair. I cut my hair on my 22nd birthday before I went to Africa for the first time. Right? And for me, it was I tried to discover, knowing that I was in ignorance, knowing that nobody was going to tell me the truth,
Right.
and vowing a commitment that I'm not going to cut my hair until I feel like my people are in a better place, right? And I tried to, so you could affiliate me with Rastafari, right? That's part of my culture, right?
I knew that when the first time you walked up here, bro.
Yeah, but that's part of my culture, right? So I naturally, a man who is seeking knowledge, right, is going to naturally absorb that which is around him.
Absolutely.
Right?
In other words, what you believe to be the truth.
What you believe to be the truth. But once you're not aligned with any organization, because a man by himself with his knowledge, no matter how he reads it, without the organization, the brethren of each other, you can't decipher it on your own.
Well, that's why the scriptures say, lean not unto your own understanding. So
Exactly.
that's what you were doing for a while.
Exactly.
But you know, the Lord,
So I'm not affiliated with any organization, any religion. I'm not married to my hair. What I am determined to is use my life to make a difference.
So now you know through the scripture we brought it up that having long hair is a shame unto a man. So now what are you going to do?
Man, but you know what, brother?
I might be willing to cut my hair.
You can't just jump.
I'm not jumping.
Like that.
I'm not jumping.
You got that?
I'm something to talk.
You following that?
Let a man be persuaded in his own mind to do so. So you have to be persuaded in your own mind to do so, man, because that's a shame to a man to have long hair. So you have to be persuaded in your own mind to swear that way, man.
But explain to me both the Nazarite vow and that verse.
Acts chapter 15, what is trying to teach? It's Acts 15 verse 1. It says, and certain men which came down from Judea, the brethren.
Yes, in other words, they came from Judea. In other words, they were the Jews. So they were of the circumcision. All right? In other words, they were in Jerusalem because you have something back then known as a circumcision. You have a circumcision physically. In other words, when you get your foreskin cut off, okay? And you have a circumcision spiritually, which is being in this word, woken up to this truth, okay? So that's spiritual circumcision, okay?
Like us, for instance, we're identifying ourselves as Israelites.
Right.
But some of our people, they're not identifying themselves. That's right. In the eyes of the Lord, the Lord is a them as Gentiles.
Yes, uncircumcised, but we are circumcised spiritually, okay? Right? Romans chapter 2, verse 25, for circumcision verily profiteth if thou keep the law. Exactly. Because why? Because that was the covenant that was given to Abraham to circumcise his son on the 8th day. Okay, a lot of hospitals, they circumcise him on the first day. That's awful to the Bible. You know, they circumcise the kid on the first day. Once on the 8th day, you get circumcised. That's according to the Lord. Right? Says, but if thou be a breaker of the law, thy circumcision is made uncircumcision. In other words, that's insane. Okay? That's why we need the Lord, the Yahweh. He died for the sins of the elect, and that mercy is going to trickle down on the whole nation in the kingdom of heaven.
Acts 15 verse 1.
Right.
And certain men which came down from Judea.
Yeah, because all they knew was the law in Jerusalem. They knew Yahweh too, but they really was into the law because they wore the garments, they grew the beards, okay? They wore the meat shoes, they had phylacteries on them. In other words, they were really of the circumcision, okay? Yeah, they were boasting in the law.
Yeah. It says, came down from Judea, took the brethren and said, except ye be circumcised after the manner of Moses.
Yeah, in other words, the law of circumcision. Okay, on the 8th day, you know, which Moses almost got killed for that, man. You know?
It says, except ye be circumcised after the manner of Moses,
ye
cannot be saved.
You cannot be saved, but that's not true. Okay? Because guess what? They was trying to jump right on them from the gate, telling them, look, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. We just read it, James. It said, put away all superfluity. Bring it out again. It's a real short.
James
1:21.
James 1 and 21. And it says, wherefore lay apart all filthiness.
All filthiness. In other words, what you was doing in the world. Okay?
And superfluity of naughtiness. And receive with meekness the engrafted word, which is able to save your souls.
Which is able to save your souls, man. So this engrafted word is able to save your soul. So eventually you do gotta lay apart all that stuff you was doing in the world, you know, and then come into this truth. You know what I'm saying? 100%.
It's a gradual thing, bro.
Exactly.
It's a gradual thing.
You gotta start with the milk, and after you on that milk for a while, then you jump on the peas and carrots, and then after a while you eat some chicken, because you can't just eat steak, you know? I'm talking about spiritual food, all right? Then when you get to that steak, the steak is real tough, man. That's that brisket. You might bite some brisket and do a baby, you rip your tooth out, man.
But guess what?
Choke on it.
The Most High got the source, the Most High got the spirit of burn for you to do these things. You know? Bring his laws.
We all on that side. We all had our own shortcomings. I'm saying we all had our own shortcomings. Which is good times there. Then, like the brother said, the spirit starts to work in your mind and you're fully persuaded in your own mind to do the works of the Lord, you know, to the best of your ability.
The scriptures say that the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. So you got to have a healthy fear and faith before you do anything. You got to make sure that you're from
So you going
Hey, see,
away,
that's
and
beautiful.
exactly, you going away and not like actually adhering to what we're saying, that's when the Lord might judge you. I'm not saying that's going to happen for sure, but if you don't take what we're saying serious, that's when the Lord will start bringing that action. That's when the fear of the Lord comes.
I can say this: a man's goings is of the Lord. The Most High directs a man's steps. The Most High directs. I saw you over there first, bro. And you came over here to get more edification. You know what I'm saying? The Most High Yahweh directs a man's steps. You know, and the Most High sent from man's instruction when he's sleeping upon his pillow. So the Most High had you. He's sending your instruction for you to come down here when you were sleeping last night. When you was upon your pillow slumbering and snoring and drooling on your pillow, the Most High was whispering in your ear for you to come down here and hear His word, man. And here's you here.
And the Lord said, "Seek and you shall find." Right? Hey, well, I'm gonna tell you right now, I found you. You got it, right? I'm not telling you you got you got all the truth. You know all the scriptures. You got it all. Whatever you want
So
to know.
tell me one thing then.
What's that?
How can you trust it? Because my thing is, I went through different stages of the Bible, right?
Yeah.
Because I know that it came through a European thing. Right?
Well, that's not true, bro.
Well, no. You're right. You're right. In its form, when we buy it in the store,
Right.
he compiled it.
And you said it came through a European saying, well, you know what
But
you had?
we know he was forging our documents, our historic documents. We know that. We
You're
know
talking about Esau.
So how do we trust it in its
Well,
form?
I'll
That's
tell
what
you
I'm
what.
saying.
I'll tell you what. The scriptures tell you in what's that? Proverbs? No, Psalms 60, 68.
Romans 8 is how we know that we're His people, right? In the spirit.
Even Romans. Who are Romans?
It's like
Right?
Hey, check it out.
No. But break it down. Go ahead. I'm listening.
Rome is what? It's a place,
Yes.
right? Okay, it's a land. It's okay. Rome is a land. Okay, people that dwell on that land. Okay, like they would call it so-called Americans, right? American citizens, right? Does that really make us American? No. Okay.
We just dwell in the land of rivers.
Exactly. So when you read Romans 1 and 1, read Romans 1 and 1 real quick. Because when you go into these letters, these epistles, they tell you exactly who it's to. Okay? They tell you who it's to.
Who is directed to?
Huh? Okay, good. It's Romans 1.
This is Romans 1 verse 1. Who a servant of Yahweh Hamashiach, who to be an apostle, separated unto the gospel of the Most High, which He had promised before by His prophets in the Holy Scriptures, concerning His Son, Yahweh our Lord, which was made of the seed of David.
Yeah, because a lot of people believe in an immaculate conception, like the angel came down and impregnated Mary, touched her belly, and all of a sudden it got big. That's bullshit.
So he had sex with Mary.
Yeah, or the angel had sex with Mary. That's all bullshit. The way the Lord was born, his father was a man, his name was Joseph. He got with his mother, her name was Mary. And Joseph rocked that box, okay? He rocked Mary to sleep, okay? And he ejaculated in her, okay? Yeah.
Made it happen.
With no condoms back then. He got his, one on, okay? And guess what? That's how Mary got pregnant. The same way you got pregnant, your mother got pregnant with you, okay? In the same way, all right, Mary got pregnant.
Real quick too, that word seed in the Greek is sperm. So that's where we get the word sperm from. So he said he was made of the seed of David. Sperm, he actually came out of the direct lineage of King David. I think Solomon said that.
In other words, from the sperm of his father Joseph, okay? That's how he was born. So they actually had sex, right? He was doing the thing with Mary.
H-Town knocking on the boots. H-Town.
He was doing his thing with Mary, okay? Yeah.
Knocking on the boots. Remember H-Town? That group?
That's what they was
Yeah,
doing.
you must be young, bro.
That's what they was doing with each other, all right? That's
Yep.
what Joseph was doing with it. Joseph rocked that box and knocked her up. The Lord came out of that lineage. That's how that happened. Okay?
I'm gonna go straight to the point.
Yeah.
This is verse 7.
Yeah.
To all that be in Rome, beloved of the Most High, called to be saints.
Called to be saints. Who are the saints? Who are the saints? The Israelites. You read that in Psalms. The Israelites are the saints. So a lot of this stuff here, you know what it is? It's different parts of a puzzle you got to put together. Right? That's why it's written in the way it's written in code. You know, this supposed to be got to go there. And that got to go there. If you can't see it from that, it's supposed to be coming to it and make it more clear. It's supposed to be
See, keep the piece of
And there's self-men. The whole book about. That's what the whole thing is about.
You already put the pieces to the puzzle together. Now it's
Hey, but we didn't put the pieces together. We didn't put the pieces together ourselves. The Spirit of the Lord Yahweh came upon us and through men that He set up that taught us this word, whereas we was able to piece the Bible together, scripture upon scripture, here a little, there a little, piece upon piece, line upon line. You know? And that's how we put the puzzle together. You're not gonna find, it's a puzzle, you're not gonna find everything. You can't read the Bible like a book. It's here a little, there a little, man. Precept upon precept, man.
You gotta bring out
This is Isaiah 28, verse, I'm going to start at 9. Whom shall he teach knowledge?
That's the question. Who the Lord's going to teach knowledge?
And whom shall he make to understand doctrine?
Israelites.
Whom should He make to understand doctrine?
Beginning with the Israelite man.
Beginning with the man, the 1/3, the elect, the hope for the elect. The many are called, but the Most High said, read it again from the top about this.
It says, whom shall he teach knowledge? And whom shall he make to understand doctrine?
The Most High said, whom should He teach knowledge? Whom should He make to understand doctrine? Whom should He teach knowledge? The Israelites, like brought out, but also the elect of Israel. Whom should He teach knowledge? Make to understand the knowledge that He's bringing out. You know, the 1/3.
It says, them that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast.
Them that are weaned from the, like what was said earlier, you gotta go through the precepts. You gotta drink the milk first, then the piece of cabbage, then the chicken, then the meat, which is the steak. The brisket, the meat is the deep dark sayings of the scriptures, man. The breakdowns and the prophecies.
The baby don't come out of the womb drinking Hennessy. Milk.
Some babies are in the womb drinking Hennessy because the mothers are healthy, man. Some babies are in the womb drinking messed up.
So do you drink Hennessy?
I'm not a Hennessy, bro. I'm a whiskey man.
I'm more of a Jack Daniels.
So you guys are not against alcohol?
No. Against alcohol. It ain't like prohibition. The scriptures speak about alcohol. Now, we can drink alcohol.
But in moderation, bro.
How about herb?
No
herb?
Smoking no herb. Now, I'll tell you what, the herb, as far as like weed, it's a herb, like a natural painkiller,
Like a tea.
okay? But you're supposed to make it in tea form, and drink it like that, okay? And that's if need necessary, okay? Not for recreational use. You just
Smoking bud,
yeah, I'm gonna go home Friday night, I'm gonna split, you know what I'm saying? Because he got split written on his forehead, man.
This is 1 Peter 2:2.
I'm sorry, please. Hey, bro, the milk, right, is knowing who you are. The basics. That's knowing who you are. That you're not black, that you're not Jamaican, that you're not Trinidadian, that you're not Puerto Rican. That's the basics, man. That's the milk.
It says, as newborn babes, desire the sincere milk of the word.
As newborn babes, because you have to be born again. And this is the true essence of being born again. Going away here and knowing that you're an Israelite, knowing that you're from the tribe of Benjamin. That's being born again. That's something the Lord.
Benjamin is one woman, and he's selling the rights. Hey, brother, I'm a Benjamin too. I'm talking Benjamin. I think it's from Benjamin.
So are you, right? Is you okay?
You know, pretty much, you know that you're a Benjamin now you know, this is basically like a 1-year-old child. I mean, like a 1-day-old child. You just born again. Like, so that's not how you gotta get the milk. Yeah, your spirit, you know,
You just came out the womb, so to speak.
You gotta Jamaican, that man gotta be dead. You know, that person gotta die.
And you're a
You gotta
Benjamin.
be reborn again.
See that, bro?
You gotta be
Benjamin.
born again.
That's where it's
All right? Hey, matter of fact, give me John 3 and start at 1. Yeah, because you told me earlier, right?
Yeah.
John 3 and 1.
Break it out, bro.
Because you being born again, it's not to act like you can go back into your mother's womb, man, and come out again. You can't do that. Yeah, start at 3.
John 3 and 1, there was a man of the Pharisees named Nicodemus.
Nicodemus. And this man taught Paul. All right? Yeah?
A ruler of the Jews. The same came to Yahushua by night.
Yeah, because you had what's known as secret disciples of the Lord. When he was on the scene, you had certain people that was getting type of the sect of the Pharisees or the sect of the Sadducees. Now, the difference between the Pharisees and the Sadducees, one believed in the resurrection from the dead, and one didn't believe in the resurrection from the dead. Okay? So they had a big, you know what I'm saying, fight amongst them. Okay? Yeah?
And said unto him, Rabbi, we know that thou art a teacher come from the Most High. For no man can do these miracles that thou doest.
And the Lord was raising up people from the dead. Lazarus came back to life. He was doing all kind of stuff. He was turning water into wine. All right.
Gave a little girl life again.
He was walking on water. Stuff you see David Blaine doing. He was doing it on the right hand side. You know, he was healing the sick. And guess what? He did a lot of other stuff that's not even written. It said if it was supposed to be written, all the books on earth couldn't hold all the stuff he did. So when the Lord, because remember, the Lord was born with his power. He was born with spiritual power. He could walk through walls when he was on the scene. He could fly when he was on the scene. He could disappear when he was on the scene. Okay, whatever he wanted to, he could teleport. He could have done anything he wanted to do. All right? Yeah?
Except Yahweh be with him. Yahweh Shai answered and said unto him, Verily, verily, I say unto thee, except a man be born again, he cannot see the kingdom of the Most High.
So you got to be born again. All right? Yeah?
It says,
And then if I may, the kingdom starts with knowledge.
What's
If
it
you-
tell you?
it says, Nicodemus said unto him, How can a man be born again when he is old?
Yeah, so Nicodemus dumbed down on that. Was a brain for him. He's like, damn,
We know
I'm
what it
50
says.
years old. How can I be born again? You know, Dad?
Says, Can he enter the second time into his mother's womb and be born?
He was being real simple, man. He was being real simple, man. I mean, that's like a real. The laws was looking at him like,
Dumb nigga.
what the hell? Hey, listen to what the Lord tell him. Yeah.
Shit, man.
And Yahweh Shai answered, Verily, verily, I say unto thee, except a man be born of water and of the Spirit,
And of the Spirit. So, water and of the Spirit. Spirit through this book right here. All right?
In the water.
This is the water.
What is this word, man?
This is the water. This is spiritual water. This is compared to water, compared to wine, compared to food. Okay? This is that spiritual food that you've been looking for. This
Right.
is it here. Okay?
Let's pull up on it real quick. John 7 verse 38.
Yeah. Beautiful.
He that believeth on me, as the scripture hath said,
That the Lord is a so-called black man. All right? That he came in the volume of the book,
Which is
That-
written of him.
which is written of him. That he only came to save one nation. All right? That's all it is.
he that believeth on me, as the scripture hath said,
Uh-huh.
out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water.
So that's talking about your belly right here?
No.
That's talking about this
Your
right
mind,
here.
brother.
This is the food for thought, okay? So what happens is this, okay? See, your belly is referring to him because why? You eat with this too, all right? You eat knowledge with
You
this,
absorb this with your brain.
with your brain. So that's the food for thought, okay? So that's why it says your belly. Your belly is really talking about your mind right there, okay? Out of your belly shall flow rivers of living water. These are the living waters. Give me Isaiah
You should
55
never
and 1.
thirst again. You say you never thirst.
Also, water cleanses things, bro. This water will clean your mind.
It's a washing.
That's right. It says
It's a washing.
A brainwashing,
55
brother.
and 1. 55 and 1.
That's right.
55 and 1. This is Isaiah 55 and 1. Ho, everyone that thirsteth.
Oh yeah, this man said he was thirsty. He said he wanted to get down with us. He wanted to knowledge, right? Yeah.
It says, come ye to the waters.
Yeah, this ain't talking about the goddamn
Hudson River.
Hudson River. You drink up out of that, man. You better rush your ass to the hospital, man. You know?
It says, and he that hath no money.
Yeah, we ain't shaking you down. We're not passing around no hat like we on a train doing a jig or something like that, you know? You getting this thing free of charge.
Free had was given to us, we gonna give to you.
That's right.
It says, come ye buy and eat. Yeah, come buy wine and milk without money.
Wine and milk.
Ooh.
What's that?
What did he say earlier?
It's truth.
He said,
All right?
did the brother say that this water considered wine and milk and water? I'm telling you right there, bro. Read it again, Baba Kashak, bro.
It says, yeah, come buy wine and milk.
Wine and milk, brother. I know, man, and Chef, this is the real, the truth. This truth is that wine. This truth is that milk. It's going to nourish you.
Yeah.
It's going to make you feel good.
Yeah, this not that welfare powdered milk with the picture of the sandwich.
It's that real, bro. It's that
Goat's
real.
milk. Goat's milk is the
That's right.
You can
Says-
digest goat milk, girls. Goat milk is the best milk for you. All right?
It may be horrible, but it's good.
Nah. Goat milk is good.
I like it too, but a lot of people don't like it, bro.
Well, yeah, I like goat milk.
Me too.
Good.
It says, yeah, come buy wine and milk without money.
Without money, so without price. Without price. We ain't shaking you down asking you for a couple of dollars. We ain't doing that. All right? We just out here just teaching you, brother. We will receive it freely from the men that are over us, and we're giving it to you freely. Because why? Because eventually, that time comes, we gonna tell you, brother. If the say, for instance, you want to come back here and you grow in faith, eventually you'll have men behind you, and you're gonna have to become a teacher like us, okay? And teach them other men behind you, okay? So that's what it's all about, right? So what? So we
Back in John 3 and 5,
Yeah.
Yahushua answered, Verily, verily, I say unto thee, except a man be born of water and of the Spirit, he cannot enter in the kingdom of the Most
So
High.
now we know what that water is talking about, all right? It's talking about this word, the truth.
Right.
All right, good.
It says, that which is born of the flesh is flesh, and that which is born of the Spirit is spirit.
So with this, your spirit should be totally changed, man. Well, let's teach you what you're teaching. Your spirit should be totally changed. And I don't care if you went to church all your whole life. I know in the short time you've been here, you learn more than whatever you ever went to church, man. More you ever learn from going to church. They might read 2 scriptures all day, the rest is a song and dance. You know, the little nigga playing the organ, and he's playing the drums too. So, you know,
That's when you said that. You may have learned more the church
I know
that you've been
you did.
seeing than you learned any other philosophy that you came across throughout your life, man. Whether how old you are, man. You 37? Okay, man, I think you're younger than that, man. But hey, man, you ran across any other philosophy you ran across, bro. This is the true doctrine, bro. This is the true doctrine, bro. You look young, bro. I think you're in your 20s, bro.
And you gotta consider that, man. You gotta consider that the amount that you're learning within this short space of time. So how much more if you keep on learning, man?
Yeah,
That's
man.
what you gotta consider in your mind.
this thing here, man.
So what's your ultimate goal?
The ultimate goal
To be delivered, man.
is to be delivered. Yeah, be delivered. You know? So we're doing this.
Can we vibe off camera?
Huh?
Can we vibe off camera?
Everything's going good. I mean, we teaching right now. You know what I'm saying? Eventually, hey, brother, we'll be out here another Saturday. Okay? Lord will. Next week we'll be right out here again. And I don't want you to keep missing work because eventually you know what's going to happen. They're going to cut you.
I believe I work myself.
Oh, shit. Okay. All right, brother. That's all right. That's what's up, man.
So that's good money, man. Yeah, bro.
I ain't trying to work for nobody again, man.
But
I'm
I'll tell
trying to
you
work
what,
for, I mean,
we'll
I'm
give you
working for
information.
Uber, but that's the extent I'm willing to go.
Hey,
I'll tell you what, we'll give you the information.
And the
You can
websites
watch
to go to,
shows.
bro. Yeah,
You can watch, you be out here live. So when you driving, I mean, if you ain't got no passengers, you don't want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? That's something for you. You know? Then you could, you know, hear the word.
Well, we gonna give you this website and the main camp website. Also, one of the apostles, a couple of the apostles, or all 4 of the apostles website, where you can get a true understanding of this word, bro.
I've seen a couple of videos on YouTube. I've seen one of the I don't know if it's your group or not, but it was a brother, big tall brother, and he was in a new temple that he was.
See on the streets, but we're not in the house.
We do it like the scriptures tell us to do it. We do it like the scriptures. The scriptures speak about us on the highways and byways. All right, so finish with this. We still got to go into about the Nazarite things, brother.
It says, verse 7, marvel not that I said unto thee, ye must be born again. The wind bloweth where it listeth, and thou hearest the sound thereof,
Right.
but canst not tell whence it's come and whither it goeth.
Yeah, that's how the spirit is, man.
So is everyone that is born of the Spirit.
Exactly. Right, good.
Nicodemus answered and said unto him, how can these things be?
Yeah, because Nicodemus was confused about the words of the Lord, man. He was confused. He was baffled. He didn't know what the Lord was talking about. All right? Good.
Yahushua answered and said unto him, art thou a master of Israel and knowest not these things?
Yeah, because he was a master of Israel. He was a top guy in Israel, but he didn't know them things Yahushua was talking about. So Yahushua said, look, man, you're a master in Israel, but you don't know these things? What the hell is wrong with you, man? You know, he was getting on his case. You know, just like this guy Sakari, man. All right. Talking about we some black extremist group. We ain't no black extremist group, man. All right. We the Hebrew Israelites, man. All right. This ain't no religion, man. Okay. This is a nationality. All right. That's your nationality. We ain't gonna screw that dude, man.
Check it out, bro. I gave you
Let's know that.
with the Apostle channel. What is the 666? GMS. GMS. You put in GMS first. We break those first. GMS Walking Talk 8. He's the leader. Three leaders is my camp right here. You know, GMS Camp Visual. This is the camp right here. Then we got GMS Infidel channel. Slack it, bro. Slack it. Let me just. Oh, let me just give him this right here, bro. Slack it, bro. I'm just giving him the, you know, the camps. You know what I mean? So he can go and study. There
It's
you go,
back
bro.
in Acts chapter 15, verse 1. And certain men came down from Judea, taught the brethren, and said, except ye be circumcised after the manner of Moses, ye cannot be saved.
Right. In other words, they were telling them, listen, you got to follow the law to a T to be saved. All right? And guess what? In this society, you can't follow the law to a T. Okay? Because the law is so intricate, you can't follow it to a T.
Nope.
I'll tell you one thing for instance, right? Like I'll say a woman, right? She's on her muffin, right? You know you're not even supposed to live in the same house as that woman. All right? Your woman and you are really supposed to have separate places. Because why? Because according to the scripture, when she's on her cycle, she's unclean. Anything that she sits on, anyone that sits thereafter, you be unclean. Now, the strap hangers, people that ride the iron horse train, right? You might be early in the morning, you know, you're still getting the cobwebs out of your head. And you sit down after this woman, right? She gets up. Okay, you sit down after, she got, you know, she get up or whatever. You don't know she's on her period, right? She could be. You sit right there because you're tired, not knowing she's on her rag and you want to clean that. Okay? Fabrics, all right? Like the clothes I'm wearing, okay? It's supposed to be 100% of that fabric. If I'm wearing silk, you're supposed to be wearing all silk. Okay? If you're wearing linen, you're supposed to be wearing linen all the way. Cotton, the same thing, right? A lot of this stuff is what? Polyester, mixed with elastic, mixed with this, mixed with that. It's all mixed up, man. Food. It's all genetically modified. I can go on and on. Yeah.
So it says, when therefore Paul and Barnabas had no small dissension and disputation with them, they determined that Paul and Barnabas and certain other of them should go up to Jerusalem unto the apostles and elders about this question.
Right, so they were telling the new brothers, listen, in order for you to come into this thing, you got to get circumcised. And Paul and Barnabas was arguing with them. So once they came to a head about the argument, they said, you know what? Let's go talk to the top guys about this. Let's see what they got to say. And when you read on, it's going to tell you what they say.
It says, and being brought on their way by the church, they passed through to this. Right, I'll read through verse 5. Acts 15 verse 5, it says, but there rose up certain of the sect of Pharisees which believed, saying that it was needful to circumcise them and to command them to keep the law of Moses. And the apostles and elders came together for to consider of this matter. And when there had been much disputing, Peter rose up and said unto them, men and brethren, ye know how that a good while ago the Most High made a choice among us that the Gentiles by mouth should hear the word of the gospel.
Yeah, in other words, the Gentiles meaning what? Now the word Gentile really means foreign, okay? And I was talking about our people that were dispersed throughout, you know what I'm saying, different places like Rome, like Corinth, Greece, like Asia,
Galatia.
okay, like Galatia, like Thessalonica, all right?
Coast of Africa.
Philadelphia, all right? Okay, them different places our people are spread out. Now people are really spread out, you know why? Because these men of these tribes, they love the women of the other nations. They love beautiful women, man. So when they go anywhere, what they do, they reproduce. Okay? If I go, like say for instance, I want to go to the Philippines. If I go to the Philippines, I'm telling you right now, I might have some little shamars out there, right? I might have some kids out there, and those will be Israelite foreigners, right? All the war babies, they went to Germany, Jakes that went to Germany, Jakes that went to Vietnam. Guess what? They went over there and said, I ain't got to deal with these black chicks no more. I said, damn, man, well, I'm going to give one of these German women. If you ever seen a movie on Netflix, it's called Mudbound. All right? In the movie, spoiler alert, all right? In the movie, the dude had a woman in Germany. She was treating him so good, man. He went back, came back to the States. They damn near killed him. They was about to, they cut his balls over, they cut his tongue out. They cut his tongue out. All right? So he said, damn, in hell with this, man. I'm going back to Germany, man. He went back to Germany. He had a little son over there with this white chick, man. His name was Renzel. Something like that in the movie, man. You gotta watch that movie Mudbound. It shows you, man.
That's a slavery movie, right?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, Mary J. Blige is in it too, man. So it was a good movie, a really good movie.
Now another good example of that is the Southern Italian. They got like a dark complexion. Why Israelites actually went into that land and started dealing with the women out there. They're called Sicilians. They're Sicilians.
Yeah, and that's why they got that flavor to them, like Robert De Niro. I was watching different scenes of Goodfellas last night. You know, he's like, you gonna give me that money? The dude from the Wings?
Morris. Yo, Morris.
Maurice
It's the money. Where's the money?
And he jumped in the pool. Maurice wins. Just don't come on.
You know what though? I remember that commercial in the 80s, bro. Yeah, it was a good commercial. I remember that movie in the 80s. Morris Wicks, man.
But in other words, we got people scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, the Gentiles. So from back then, the Lord was like, look, I want my people that are in these different lands to learn this word. All right? So those people, like for instance, a lot of people over there in India. There's a lot of Israelites over there. Right? You know? A lot of Israelites over there.
Yeah, reading on, it says, and being brought on their way by the church, they passed through Venice and Samaria, declaring the conversion of the Gentiles, and they caused great joy unto all the brethren.
Yeah, in other words, the other Israelites should come back into the fold now. Because at one point, see the Jews, when the Lord came, this is who was dwelling in Jerusalem. These tribes, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, so-called Negroid tribes, so-called American Negroes. See them, man, them niggas were like, y'all them young man, they're lazy and all that. Yo, I'm gonna tell you something about these Judites. They built up this country, all right? They was picking that fucking cotton down there in the south suburbs. Alright, that's the head tribe of the nation of Israel. Then you got Benjamin, who are the so-called West Indians, Jamaicans, Trinidadians, you know, so on and so forth. Then you got the tribe of Levi, the Haitians. Now all these people here, they got something against each other. Y'all are all one nation. Alright? Y'all are all one nation. You see? So when the Jews in Jerusalem, they thought the other nations, or the other tribes I should say rather, they were done away with. It was like, well, they going into that madness, man. They done away with, man. Little did they know that the Lord said what? We read it in Habakkuk earlier, man. We gotta get it again. We read it in Habakkuk earlier about what? That the Lord working the work that shall be done in your days, even though you don't believe it, which was the Israelite foreigners coming back into the fold. So now, the Gentiles that the Lord was talking about, all right, that Paul and them was rejoicing about was Israelites that was done away with, so-called, but really the Lord have mercy on them, brought them back. You know?
Reading on.
Then you have a chance to have children. That's not but
That fold was actually over here on this side.
Yeah.
Now see, when the Lord came on the scene, the Lord came over here to the Americas too. Because, see, what they teach you in history is that the so-called Native American Indians, which is the tribe of Gad, so-called Native American Indians, so-called Seminole Indians, right here, the tribe of Reuben and the tribe of Gad, they teach you that they came over on the Bourbon Strait, okay? I don't know if you were born there, okay? But in school, that's what they taught you, because I remember that when I grew up there. I wasn't born here, but I grew up here, you know what I'm saying? They came over on the Bourbon Strait from Alaska or some shit like that. That was And that was all bullshit.
Siberia.
That was all bullshit. Okay? That was bullshit. It tells you in the scriptures in the Apocrypha how they got over here. That's why the Apocrypha was taken out of the Bible. Those people that came over here, those Native Americans, those are Israelites too. Okay?
They're your brother.
They're your brothers too. Okay?
That's why we want the same spirit. You know?
Here's the point. It's over here. So-called Puerto Rican, man. And guess what? Here amongst us right here.
Straight up Israelite.
And then when you go to the ghettos, you see it. When you go to the port, you see so-called black people, so-called Puerto Ricans.
Yeah.
It says
It's running together.
Jeremiah 15:33, the children of Judah and the children of Israel being oppressed together, man. That's something about us. Our
Being
family.
oppressed together where? In the land of our captivity, which is America, man.
I tell you what, when I grew up, man, I was real tight with this Puerto Rican cat, man. His name was Octavio. I mean, me and him was so tight, we could have been fucking brothers, man. But that was for me now to look back on. The Lord did that for me to reflect on this. You know what I'm saying? The Lord did that. But me and this dude was real tight. I mean, real tight, man. You know, we lost contact, but hey, I'm doing this, man.
I don't know what he's doing.
I don't know what he's doing. When you go into this is where Israel, the northern kingdom,
Okay.
which would be the so-called Latino and the Native American tribes, they were separated from the rest of the tribes. There was a split of the people after King Solomon and all started making altars and stuff, you know, worshiping the heathen women to worship their gods. The Most High basically cursed us and split the nation in half. So that's how you destroy it. You want to divide and conquer, you set them against each other. So we started fighting against each other, and then the northern kingdom of Israel, they came over here with the so-called Puerto Ricans, and Egypt that wanted to join, but eastern niggas, the whole tribe of the Puerto Ricans. So the so-called Puerto Ricans led the rest of the tribes over to this side. That's why when Christmas came over here, according to history, he actually had a copy of the Apocrypha. He had Hebrew interpreters, he had the Bible. Because the Bible tells you about where they came and went. They'll call it the lost 10 tribes of Israel. So what happened to them? They just disappeared from off the face of the earth. No, they came over here to America. And then when you look at the records of the Native Americans, they used to wear fringes. You know, they're known for that. They're known for having fringes on their garments. That goes back into the whole
How do you think about that? Let's go to team there, but they actually put it on the name. You hear us saying Yahweh, that's the true name. Well, right? Yahweh. Our brothers are so cool, and Native Americans, so Latinos, that put it on the name Yahweh. You know, roughly speaking. They stole people, man. And it's still documented in history. That's why it's so glad. Read the Bible. Left with another God, man.
You got a stone in Mexico that's called the Lost Lunar Stone. It's like basically a big boulder that they can't even move out of the ground. It's like it's so deep into the earth they can't remove it, right? And on the boulder you got Hebrew characters on it. And you know who was in Mexico? Like the so-called Aztec Indians, which today is being called the Mexicans. They had, you know, that whole region of Cali, Texas, New Mexico, Mexico.
Now they call them illegal aliens. Those are your brothers too.
They had Hebrew writings on the Ten Commandments. They had the Ten Commandments written on the stone over there, man.
Just remember this right here, bro. All these characters, all these things seen on the sun are your brethren, bro. Yeah. Every last one of them.
The Americans, I mean, they ain't gonna act like your brothers now. I mean, us, we're a different sect, you know what I'm saying? We the men of the Lord. We know the truth, so we'd act a certain kind of way. You know what I'm saying?
You know who we are, that's why.
Because we know who we are. But a regular nigga, so-called American, Negro, whatever,
Jamaican or Haitian.
they are bugged out of Dominican, Puerto Rican. You can't just bring this to anybody. I want you to see what you're learning now. I wouldn't advise you to bring this to nobody. All right? Keep it to yourself. This is your blessing. Okay? Don't tell nobody. Because you're going to find out. People will hate you for this.
Yep.
People will hate you. For this truth, people will hate you.
But I tell you in the scriptures, seek out the glory as such as be like unto thee, man. Meaning who has this understanding of this truth, man. That believe in the same thing you believe in, you know what I'm saying? Dwell with them. You know what I mean? Because trying to teach this to, like he said, to the average Hispanic, they gonna let you crazy, man. Hey, whatever you do not tell your woman, do not tell your, hey bro, don't teach it to your woman at all, bro.
Don't tell your moms, your pops.
And it
I'm
says
trying to
that,
tell you
it
something,
says
bro.
that in the Bible. We're not saying these words. It says that in Philippians 2:12. Work on your own salvation.
With fear and trembling.
Work on our own salvation, and hopefully our loved ones will get delivered as well. That's what we're hoping.
Because if we're part of the elect, then our families, our immediate families, gonna be delivered right along with us. You know what I'm saying?
But you know what? We're telling you not to do that. But you know what? Hey, brother, it comes to the point where you can't even help but to start. Look at that. Eating that pork, man. You ain't supposed to be.
Because, hey, bro, it's that zeal that come within, that being within this truth. You know what I'm saying? It's that zeal. Once you come into this, you can see about it, and you get deep into this, and you learn the breakdowns, you know, the laws.
So I enjoying that milk.
Hey, the filthy conversation, hey, you can be in the store. You can be in the store, and you can hear some niggas in there talking some dumb shit about committing about fucking another man's woman or whatever. And it irks you like, fuck, you just gonna get away from that shit. It's called being vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked, man. And you got wicked niggas out here too, man. That's totally out of whack, man. So,
all Israel's gonna receive it on this house.
so when you hold on for a minute, bro. So when you in the store and you come and you get deep into this knowledge and you start hearing old people talk, hey man, mainly the nigga woman, man. You start hearing them on the phone, man. That shit vex your spirit, man. You want to get up and walk away, man. Wherever you at, you on a train or wherever you at, you just want to walk away from that madness, man. Get away from the filthy conversation of the wicked, man.
Supposed to go to the Nazarite.
What's your question, though, man?
Nazarite.
You just had a question. What's your question?
Got it? And we gonna go to the Nazarite thing, man.
Dead the camera for a second.
Hey,
Dead the
bro,
camera.
man.
You can't
You can't do that, man. So what you wanna know, man? So what's up, bro? What you want, bro?
So yeah, go ahead. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 9, verse 62. These things have I not shown unto all men, but unto thee.
And the mysteries of the Bible, the mysteries, the knowledge and understanding of the Bible, that shows the whole nation
These things have I not shown unto all men, but unto thee and a few like thee.
Yeah, so the angel is saying here to the prophet Ezra that look, these breakdowns of visions that you've seen, I'm only showing that to you, man, and men like you, fellow prophets, fellow men of the Lord, man. You see how much now shines in you the whole nation. There's only one bit of this, man. In particular, the elect, the ones who 4,000 read about Revelation 7.
Romans 11 and 7. And it says, what then? Israel had not obtained that which he's seeking for?
Yeah, so Israel speaking about you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and the majority of our people, they're seeking for the truth. That's why they find themselves in churches, in this Christianity, in the freedom of Islam, in Catholicism, you know, in 5%ers, in Rastafarianism, because they're always seeking for the truth, man, in their spirit. So the scripture saying what then? Israel have not obtained that which he's seeking for, man. And this actually the apostle Paul right unto the Israelites, that were living in Rome at the time, man. Israel have not obtained that which he's seeking for. What's Israel seeking for? For the truth. Go ahead.
It says, but the election had obtained it, and the rest were blinded.
Yeah, the election have obtained it, and the rest were blinded, man. So who's the election speaking about? Get Zechariah the 13th chapter. Get Revelation 7. It says, the election have obtained it, so the elect of our people, 1/3 of our people, 1/3 of the so-called Negroes, the Native Americans, are going to obtain the truth, man. Are going to obtain the truth to your true nationality. You're no longer going to call yourself blacks, African Americans, Jamaicans, Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, Mexicans, Seminole Indians. You can start identifying yourself as Hebrew Israelites from the perspective of tribes, man. You're going to obtain the mysteries of the Bible, the prophecies of the Bible, the time of Jacob's trouble, World War III, the understanding of the mark of the beast, which is this economic microchip. These are all the things that the elect of our people are going to obtain in these last days, man. Then it says the rest were blinded. Let's read about who the rest that's blinded.
This is Zechariah 13 and 8. And it shall come to pass that in all the land,
yeah, all the land is speaking about America, okay? It shall come to pass. So this actually hasn't taken place yet. This is what we're prophesying about. Things that are going to take place in the very near future. This land is speaking about the land of Babylon the Great, man, which is America. Go ahead.
saith Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die.
Yeah, 2 parts is going to 66.6% of the nation of Israel. They're going to be cut off and die, man. Okay, by various different plagues, various different pestilences. The main plague, the main pestilence that's going to come is going to come by way of these ICBMs. In the time of World War III, man. Okay, go ahead.
It says, but the third shall be left therein.
Yeah, the third, again, 1/3 of our people are going to be left therein. Right? They're going to be delivered, in other words. Delivered from these ICBMs. Delivered from the pestilence. Delivered from the time of Jacob's trouble. Where all hell's going to break loose upon our people, man. They're going to be delivered from the famine. They're going to be delivered from the race wars, man. That's what this is speaking about here. Go ahead. Let's bring it out.
This is Revelation 7.
Yes,
And
verse 1.
Oh, sorry, 1. And 1. And it says, and after these things, I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth.
Yeah, so this is the Apostle John in the Isle of Patmos around 96 AD, which is approximately just over 2,000 years ago, seeing a vision, man. Okay, because he was actually sent to the salt mines because he was actually tearing up the Roman Empire through the Spirit, man. Like what we're doing right now. So he was on the Isle of Patmos receiving visions of these last days. Go ahead.
It says, holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree.
Yeah, now the reason why you see the angels on the 4 corners of the world is because these people here on the sign, the Israelites, are so equal to the Spirit. You see the Jacob is scattered across the 4 corners of the globe. Over here in North America, South America, out there in Japan, out there in Europe, out there in Australia, the Pacific Islands, out there in India. Okay, and how shy will come back and gather because they left these 4 corners of the world, man. So this is why the Apostle John is seeing the angels on the 4 corners of the earth. Read verse 2 again.
Look, and it says, and I saw another angel ascending from the east.
Read verse 2 again.
And this is Revelation 7 and 1. And after these things, I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth.
Now, what's the wind speaking about, man? What does it mean that he's holding back the winds that's going to blow on the earth? That's talking about the ultimate destruction of America, man, and various different parts of the world. And you can put that in the Bible, man. Go ahead.
This is Jeremiah 51 and 1. Thus saith the Lord, behold, I will raise up against Babylon and against them that dwell in the midst of them that rise up against me, a destroying wind.
Now, we know that this is speaking about ancient Babylon, okay? Because ancient Babylon is actually out there in the land of modern day Iraq today, man. And when you read into the scriptures, in particular, I believe it's Daniel the 5th chapter, you read about how the ancient Babylonian empire went down, man. It was taken over by Darius the Mede, man. Okay?
In one night.
In one night. It wasn't destroyed like the prophecy. It actually wasn't destroyed. So what we're reading about here is a new Babylon, man. So where Babylon was now. And America is into the laws that the commandments. They're completely upside down. That's why 2 homosexual men will lie together, marry each other. The same goes for the women, man. With the confusion of these people here on the side, right? The Israelites call themselves blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, which are bywords, and they're not actually upholding the laws, statutes, and commandments. They're in a completely bugged out state. That's just to name a few. No, you can worship any religion, you can worship any God out here, right? So this is why this makes it known as the Bible of the Great, man. And this is what we read out here in Jeremiah the 1st chapter. Read it again.
It says, behold, I will raise up against Babylon and against them that dwell in the midst of them that rise up against me, a destroying wind.
Yeah, and that's what 2/3 of our people are doing, man. Rising up against Yahweh Shema Mashai in these very last days. And how are they doing that? By not actually adhering to the words of the Lord, man. By way of his prophets, man. That's why he calls our people a rebellious nation, man. A stiff-hearted, stiff-necked people, man. There's a rebellion against them. And this is also speaking about the other heathens out there, such as Esau, Edom, the Sokoites, the Moabites, the Hamites, all these heathen nations that dwell here in America, man. The Lord's going to raise up a destroying wind against them. Which is going to talk about the ICBM. Go ahead.
Rise up against the Lord. How do they rise up against the Lord? Right now, it's following his ways. Rebelling against what the Lord statute commandment tells you to do, bro. You know, this is supposed to be land Sabbaths. It's supposed to be certain rules that's being kept out here that's not being upheld, man. And that's how they rising up against the Lord. They're saying their ways are better. You know, in their pride. You know, Esau, especially Esau, you know, he got his own way. He wants to do things. Well, guess what? The Lord is going to wipe this place clean, man, with that destroying wind, with that fire.
That's right. There's a law on adultery. There's a law on homosexual acts.
Dietary laws.
There's dietary laws, building laws. There's laws on the land, laws of the land, and they're not being upheld here in America. That's why the Lord is going to destroy this place.
Laws on building the temple like a place of worship.
Right.
Like you churches out there, you got a Pentecostal church, Anglican church, Baptist church. You just build it any old how. If you're building a temple, there's an actual guideline of what you're supposed to build, how big it's supposed to be, the garments that the priest wears. So you pastors out there dressed in a 3-piece suit, that's a fucking abomination, man. All right? See, in the kingdom of heaven, we're going to be kings and priests. Right now, we're prophets, apostles, okay? That's what we are now.
Right now, we're rehearsing the righteous acts through the Spirit of the Lord, man. I just said in Judges 5:11.
Look, it says, and will send unto Babylon fanners that shall fan her and shall empty her land.
That's the point. Fanners that shall fan her and empty her land. So this has to be speaking about Babylon, man. We actually have hotels out there in modern day Iraq. Modern day Iraq is ancient Babylon. You don't know by now, man. So this is actually about a new Babylon, a new land that's going to be empty, completely desolate, 100% desert.
Desolate.
And how is the Lord going to do that? By way of these ICBMs, man. Go ahead.
It says, and for in the day of trouble they shall be against her round about.
Yeah, that shit. Who these resting for nations? I shouldn't even say nations. He's resting for countries. Because Russia, that's not a nation according to the Bible. China is not a nation according to the Bible. You have nations living in those lands. Like for instance, in the land of Russia right now, you've got Edomites living out there.
Yeah,
in
that's
the land of China, you've got Moabites living out there.
yeah. Yep.
Let's
You're
get it
right.
straight, man.
That's right.
You know, so in these various different countries that are going to come up against America, we're speaking about these Edomites out there in Russia, these Moabites out there in China, okay, these Persians out there in Iran,
yeah.
they're going to come up against America, man, in these very last days, in the time of World War III.
Yeah, we gotta remember too, over in the land of Russia, what's that? Isaiah the 13th chapter referred to them as the Medes.
Yeah, that's what's going on.
All right?
Yeah.
Because guess what? Gog in the land of Magog in Ezekiel the 38th chapter. But are the people of Gog and Magog dwelling there? When you go into the table of nations, are those people there in that day, in this very day and age? Hell no, they ain't there. Why? Because them devils came in there just like they did with America. They came in there, people were there, they made a war, they got them up out of there, and they took over the land. That's how them devils do. All right?
Get down.
That's their MO, their modus operandi. You know?
So they get down. That's why Prophet Joel and Israelite prophesied against these Edomites doing that, man. Some have removed landmarks, man, and oppressed the heritage of the people, man.
These devils, man.
So who's guilty of that? Who's guilty of taking over the land of America from the Gadites, from the Israelites? Okay? Who's guilty of that? The Edomites. And it's so white.
Hey, you know,
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm sorry, brother. Hey, because they came out with this movie, First Man, going into Apollo 13 to the moon, you fucking devils, all right? And all that was made in the studio. They really commemorate and really trying to uphold America as being that great nation.
Right.
First of all, the jig is up. We already know you never went to the moon, you devils. You never accomplished that, all right? And then they so-called went to the moon and they went up there and stuck American flag. You can't stick no goddamn flag on the moon, all right?
Yet they haven't been back since.
And Trump is saying they're gonna go back to the moon. You ain't never been to the moon in the first damn place. Well, what they're doing is keeping that lie alive. They want the new generations to still learn that lie. These devils really know how to be the devil. They really know, that's what they were created to be. You really know how to be the devil, okay? You see?
Did they try to say they orbited the moon too?
Oh, no, they said they
some
orbited the
lying
moon.
motherfuckers,
Oh,
man.
they said they orbited the moon, man. Yeah. You ain't put shit on the
That's not true. You saw how they do that? How they got the moon boots on? They like this. Get the fuck out of here, man. Yeah,
I
man.
watched that documentary. The funny thing happened on the way to the moon. These devils are liars, man. They're liars. They never went no goddamn where, all right? Okay? Do they go into the upper atmosphere? Yeah. They got satellites up there. That's about as far as you gonna get. You ain't never been to no other planet. You ain't never went to the moon. All right? They made that movie with what's the kid's name? Ryan Gosling. He's in the movie. You got, hey man, hey, these devils are trying to keep that lie alive, bro.
Practicing.
So Job 14:5, and it says, seeing his days are determined.
Yeah, the days and the days of their rulership of these Edomites ruling here on earth, they're determined. Meaning they have there's a time on how long the Edomites rule. Go ahead.
The number of his months are with thee.
The number of his days, another word for months is days. Okay. With Yahweh Shemel Shai, man. Go ahead.
Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass.
Yeah, and one of the bounds that he cannot pass is going to the planet Mars,
Mickey Wright was
so on and so
boxing
forth,
him.
man. Yahweh Shemel Shai is giving this so-called white man a limit of how far he can go, man. On this
Sticking it
earth
to
and
him,
out
man. He's really
in the
getting at him hard.
atmosphere, man. Let's go back to Jeremiah.
Back in Jeremiah 51, verse 3, against him that bendeth, let the archer bend his bow. No. And against him that lifteth up himself in his brigandine, and spare ye not her young men, destroy ye utterly all her hosts.
Yeah, so he's basically proved the point regarding the witch. I want to go back to Revelation 7. And where it says about the man that lifted himself up in his brigandine, that's about the so-called white man being proud and arrogant when it comes to his military might, man.
Yeah, and a brigandine, you know, when you got knights, they put on that iron armor, like the shit that look like a bunch of chains on it. That's the brigandine.
It says, this is Revelation 7:2, and it says, and I saw another angel ascending from the east.
Yeah, now this angel ascended from the east is him. Yahweh Shai, man. Our Lord and Savior. He's the one that's ascended from the east, man. When he returns with the holy angels, you know, people ignorant to UFOs, the chariots of Israel, man. He's spiritual.
It looks like she wearing her robe in her house.
It says, having the seal of the living power.
And what's that seal? What's the seal of the living power? Again, it's in the
Rob got hit up. Now you
having the seal of the living power. We're going to read about that seal.
Ezekiel chapter 9,
knowing that someone's about to go
verse
down.
4, and the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the cities, through the midst of Jerusalem.
Now, Jerusalem is a people before it's a place. When you hear about the word Jerusalem, when you think about the word Jerusalem, might think about the land out there in Israel, that's fair. But what makes up that land? The people that actually live in that land. So this is actually about the nation of Israel here, man. We make up Jerusalem. The city of peace. Our so-called Negroes and Americans, man. So go through the midst of Jerusalem, which is what we're doing right now.
I don't know if we're going to be here. That's next year.
Speaking to our people, man. Go ahead.
And set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sighed and that cried for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof.
Yeah, that mark.
Having that shit come out. I want to watch
The word is for walk, which means a mark of exemption. Exemption from what?
I'm making more
All this
Dragon Ball Z
coming
episodes.
calamity, man. All this great destruction.
Oh, yeah.
Again, Jacob's trouble, great famine, pestilences, time of world warfare, ICBMs, civil unrest, cannibalism. So the brothers that actually have that seal, or that seal within this knowledge, they're going to be delivered from those things, man. They're going to be accepted from judgment in that time, man. So this is the same seal that Yahweh Shai is coming back with. It's Revelation 7 chapter, man. Read that again.
It says, And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living power. And he cried with a loud voice to the 4 angels to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea.
Yeah, because it's the angels that's really in charge from the Yahweh Shai, going back into the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, to actually, work on the minds of these rest of the presidents to actually bring about this destruction. And this case, so right now, the job of these angels is actually to not have these presidents bring about World War III. Right now, they're just working on the minds of these presidents, bring about chaos in various different ways, not the whole destruction. Go ahead.
Saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our power in their foreheads.
Yeah, the earth, the trees, the seas, that's a dark saying for the people. Okay? Go ahead.
And it says, and I heard the number of them which were sealed, and they were sealed, and 144,000 all the tribes of the children of Israel.
Yeah, so those people that's in church, they're saying that they're saved. First of all, they don't know where they're saved from. Second of all, the Lord is only doing the nation of Israel here, man. Okay? The 12 tribes of Israel.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Which is really pronounced Yahweh, all the way down to Issachar, man. Okay? You so please. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Nobody's saved.
That's it. Nobody's saved. The destruction hasn't come yet. So, who are you so-called Christians speaking about yourself? What are you going to be saved from? Okay? What's the lake of fire speaking about? What's the second death speaking about? Go ahead.
That's what I think they saying they're saved from, the lake of fire, which they believe is
Hell.
actual hell, yeah. That's what I think they think they're saved from, which is no such thing as hell.
There's no such thing as hell, man. No, there's no such thing as hell.
But you ain't safe from the lake of fire.
Cunt.
You ain't safe from the lake of fire, man.
The lake of fire is gonna be hell, though. I'll tell you that much. That the Most High gonna make a hell for y'all.
Yeah. Since we're talking about that lake of fire is speaking about the missiles hit various different parts of the world, in particular America, and when you see, the Israelites start beating up into the chariots, when they're looking down upon the destruction, it's going to look like a big lake of fire. People burning up in it. Man. That's what the lake of fire is speaking about.
Malachi 4:1 says, for behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven.
And this day hasn't come yet, man. The day that's going to burn as an oven. It hasn't been documented in history yet, man. The day of the Lord, the day of Yahweh Shai. This day hasn't come yet, man. This is the thing that we're warning you about. Warning you, so-called Negroes and Tinos and Israelis about, man. To get right before that day comes. Seek the Lord while he may be found. Go ahead.
And it says, and all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble.
Yeah, all the proud. And who's the proud? Speaking about first and foremost, Esau, Edom, man. The Edomites are so white people. You're going to get burnt off. And 2/3 of our people, they're proud because they follow the ways of so white. And his philosophers, man. And it's they depart from the understanding of the scriptures, man. Which is the beginning of pride. Right?
This is Sirach chapter 10, verse 7. So it's not 7. Verse 12. It says, the beginning of pride is when one departed from the Most High, and his heart is turned away from his Maker.
And the only one that can actually do that is us Israelites. Okay? We're the only ones that can actually do the part in the house of our track. Because the Lord is near and dear unto us. We're the only ones that the Lord is dealing with, man. You know? It's the only family on earth that the house of our track is dealing with. We didn't make the covenant with the Israelites. We're the Israelites, again, our so-called Negroes and Tinos and Americans, man. So when we depart from the Lord, that's the beginning of pride, man. Yep. You know?
He sold the 52nd part because he said that one departed from his Maker. The Most High made all of us. You know? So that's how Esau is the most proud, because he doesn't even acknowledge his creator. You know?
Well, yeah, he's going to see it to bring the word. He thinks that he's at the wrong side. Go ahead.
You can't sleep and walk.
Back in Malachi,
Let's go.
and it says, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble.
Now, what's doing wickedness, man? I'm talking about you, I'm speaking to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Americans, the Israelites. What does it mean to do wickedness in the sight of Yahweh Shai? To not keep his laws, statutes, and commandments, man. Okay, now when you read the Bible, when you go to the books of Genesis, Exodus, Numbers, Leviticus, so that's where you get the word Levite from, lawyer, in the Hebrew. You read about the laws of Yahweh Shai. And these people here on the sign, these laws are given unto us, man. And we're not upholding them. Or 2/3 of our people are not even trying to uphold them, man. That's wickedness in the sight of the Lord, man. That's only why you're going to be destroyed. Go ahead.
And the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord of hosts.
So the question is, how's the Lord going to burn you Israelites up then? How's he going to burn 2/3 of our people up? How's he going to do that? Is he going to use a flamethrower to do that? Is he going to use a match? No, the Lord's going to use his ICBM, man. This intercontinental ballistic missiles that can travel from one side of the continent to the other, such as places like Russia, Iran, North Korea, China, right? Different parts of Europe to hit America, man.
That's right.
Go ahead.
It says that it shall leave them neither root nor branch.
Meaning what? They're going to be all destroyed here in America. No one's going to be left here, man. No granddaughters, no grandsons, no grandparents. Everyone's going to be, the wicked are going to be destroyed, man. Go ahead.
Okay. It says, but unto you that fear my name shall the Son of Righteousness arise and heal in his wings.
Yeah, so who's the ones that fear Yahweh Shai? What does it mean to fear the Lord, man? Yeah, Psalm 110. Read that again.
It says, but unto you that fear my name shall the Son of Righteousness arise with healing in his wings.
Now what does it mean to fear the Lord? What does it mean to fear his name? Why would anyone fear the name of the Lord? What is the name of the Lord? These are the questions that you're supposed to be asking yourselves. These are the questions you're supposed to be asking your pastors in the churches, man. What's the name of the Lord? Where it says Lord in all caps, what is that in the ancient Hebrew? That's the question, man. Now the Lord, where is it that you know that the Lord's name is Yahweh? And his name in the Hebrew, when you break it down, is. Okay, in the Hebrew law, Yahweh means to or is. Okay, so it's the Heavenly Father, Yahweh. He's the one that creates everything, man. And why wouldn't you fear that power? Why wouldn't you fear the power that actually creates evil, man? That brings all destruction, that brings all this death. Now this means why it means that you fear the Lord. That's Psalm 110.
Hey, and it said he shall arise with healing in his wings. That's talking about when Yahweh Shai and the angels come back with the chariots, man. You know? They live in the elect. When that time comes, the elect is going to be changed, man. They're going to be changed. They're going to be changed forevermore. All right? They're going to change from mortal to immortal. All right? From corruptible, these bodies are corruptible. These chains of darkness, we're going to break these chains. Yahweh Shai going to break the chains. All right? And that healing in his wings, when he comes, he's going to clean you up on a ship. It tells you that in Corinthians, man. All right? If you get a chance, the Spirit will. Real quick, Psalm 111 and 10. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. A good and understanding have all they that do his commandments.
Yeah, so fear Yahweh Shai by keeping his commandments. Now we understand that we're in captivity underneath our enemy, the main enemy being so freedom. So we can't keep his laws, statutes, and commandments. And we're in his flesh. So it's impossible to keep 630 laws, statutes, and commandments. But what we can do is try our best. You know, we can keep his laws, statutes, and commandments to the best of our ability. But not shaving your beard, not committing adultery, not being homosexual. You know, keeping the giant TV law to the best of your ability. You know, pork, shrimp, lobsters, catfish, so on and so forth.
Sirach chapter 19, verse 20. The fear of the Lord is all wisdom, and in all wisdom is the performance of the law, and the knowledge of his omnipotency. Yeah, so in all wisdom is the performance of the law. And when you fear the Lord, that's all wisdom. So what is it equal? Fearing the Lord equals to perform the law to the best of your ability. With faith.
And it's wisdom, why? Because when you eat stuff like pork, noticing the likelihood of you getting AIDS is very high. That's why I say fear Yahweh. That's why wisdom from the Lord is marked to the best of your ability. Because right now, the whole world is in a state of darkness, man. Gross darkness like that. Because the people in charge, they're not moving the world by way of the world. Everything is secret darkness.
Job 28 and 28. And unto man he said, behold, the fear of the Lord, that is wisdom, and the thought of evil is understanding. Fear of the Lord, that is wisdom. All right? The Lord gave us these laws, statutes, and commandments, not for just any bullshit reason, man, but for our sake, man, for the betterment of us. All right? As the brother was saying, man, like, we need force. All right? That's what I'm going to do, man.
Yeah, because it's I forgot, but that pork shit got worms in it.
Parasites.
Yeah.
So this is for our own good, man. All right? But we're not supposed to follow up on the wisdom of this world, all right? Which is a so-called white man, contrary to the scriptures. All right, he won't have commercial campaigns. I remember this when I was young. All right, Forbes, the other white team. All right, you go to fucking Burger King, British bacon, da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? So we got to depart from the things of this world. All right, you Israelites, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. All right, and do the wisdom according to our Lord and our Father.
Yes. Go back to Malachi.
Back in Malachi 4 and 2, it says, but unto you that fear my name shall the Son of Righteousness arise with healing in his wings.
Yes, so the ones that are fearing the name of the Lord, it's not one third of our people, the elect. And if you want to fear down, they're the ones that's fearing the name Yahweh, the name Yahweh Shai, man. Okay, because they know that's where the destruction is coming from, man. And the healing in the book again.
It says, but unto you that fear my name shall the Son of Righteousness arise with healing in his wings.
Yeah, with healing in his wings, man. That the brother was going into, that's been like the return of our Lord and Savior Yahweh Shai. He's going to come back and deliver his elect from the four corners of the world, man. How's he going to do that? By way of his chariots, man. What people ignorantly refer to as UFOs. Right?
It's Isaiah 26 and 20. Come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers and shut
And it says, come my people, man. And give me book of Leviticus, 26th chapter and the 12th verse. Read that again.
This is Isaiah 26 and 20. Come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers.
Yeah, so the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, is speaking through his prophet Isaiah here. And he's saying, come, my people. Now, who's the Lord speaking? We can say it's the Israelites. This
This is Leviticus 26 and 12. And I will walk among you.
read from verse 11.
Leviticus 26 and 11. And I will set my tabernacle among you, and my soul shall not abhor you.
Now, this is the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, speaking through his man, his prophet, right? The man, the Lord, Moses, man. And who is Moses sent unto? The Israelites, man. Go ahead.
And I will walk among you, and will be your power, and ye shall be my people.
Yeah, I'll be your power. I'll be your prophet, in other words.
He trying to
and you
quiet
will be my
up without being
people.
crying.
So now we know who the Lord's people are. The nation of Israel. The sons of Israel. That's who the Lord's people are. So that's who's going to be delivered. Isaiah 26 and 20. Go back.
It says, come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers and shut thy doors about thee.
I know.
Hide
He
thyself,
said
as
that
it
too
were,
before. Yeah,
for a
it's
little
innocent,
moment,
man.
until the indignation be
You also
overpassed.
got a
Yeah, because
mouthful from the I came over here.
one-third,
He said, I know you did your part. I said, it's right.
hiding.
It's only Ezekiel the 3rd chapter. You
In the
did
time
that
of
part. I
World
did my
War
part. If you would hear me, you would be for a bit, only the most high. I gave you some channels to go
They
to
need to
and
hide
research.
themselves, man.
You know what I mean?
The great
I
destruction.
told him, that's what I told him. I said, if you a spy,
We know to be the chariots of Israel.
I said, the most I won't deal with you. Because
Identified
now, when we say
UFOs,
that shit,
that's how the Lord is
because he talking about some guns and shit. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck you mean guns and shit?
This is Isaiah 31, verse 5. As birds flying, so will the Lord of hosts defend Jerusalem.
Yeah, and the way the birds fly, they fly in formation, man. When you look at the birds, they go to a certain exit. They're all flying in formation. That's how they chariots come back, man. In formation with your house shine to angel, leading them, man. Go ahead.
It says, defending also he will deliver it, and passing over he will preserve it.
Defending who? Defending the Israelites, man. That's how he done in the days of old, now old captivity in ancient Egypt, man. Jeremiah 16, it's true, you know?
I said, yeah, he said that he's going to preserve Jerusalem.
Right.
Well, you know, talking about the elect. But just like with the time of Noah, that makes me think about with Noah. He was preserved on that ark. Because when those doors closed, no water got up on that ship. And nobody, nothing on that ark got destroyed in that flood. So the Most High preserved Noah through that ark. And this time around, the chariots, which is basically like arks, they're going to preserve the elect of Israel. That's what we just read in Isaiah 26 and 20. We're going to be sitting for a moment while the indignation is overpassed. The indignation is going to pass over us, man. It's not going to affect us. Right? It's not going to harm us. We're going to be the elect.
And in doing that, that's how the Lord, the Heavenly Father, our mercy now shine, is showing his mercy. Because he can completely take Israel out of the game. That's why it says what it says in Romans 11:26, that all Israel shall be saved, man. Because why? It's going to preserve the elect at the top of the spirit. It's going to preserve the elect in those chariots. The elect are going to come down and repopulate the nation of Israel, man. So the two that don't make it, that we're reading about Zechariah 18, they're going to come back to the loins of one third, man. That way, Israel's going to be saved. Go ahead.
Psalms 91 and 4 says, Psalms 91 and 1, he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty.
Now, what's the secret place of the Most High? Where is the secret place of the Most High? Is it a park or an abandoned building? It's about these scriptures, man. This is the secret place of the Lord, man. Where you can find his wisdom, where you can find his knowledge, his understanding. Where you can find his name, where you can break it down in the ancient Hebrew, man. So it says, he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High, speaking about these scriptures, speaking about coming unto the men of the Lord and inquiring of the Lord. Go ahead.
It says, I will fear the Lord. Psalms 91 and 1, he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty.
Yeah, shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. Now, what's a shadow? A shadow is symbolic for protection, man. When it's too hot outside, where do you go? You go to a place of shade, man, where the sun is not beaming downward. So that's the worst thing we're doing right now. We're dwelling in the secret place of the Most High. We're finding shade, man. Okay, which is these scriptures. Go ahead. And ultimately, we're going to find shade in those chariots. We're going to get beamed up to those chariots, man.
I will say of the Lord, he is my refuge and my fortress, my power, in him will I trust.
Yeah, so now you said that, now you pull that out. Get me Proverbs 18, verse 10.
Proverbs chapter 18, verse 10, it says, the name of the Lord, Yahweh, is a strong tower. The righteous runneth into it and is safe.
Yeah, so a strong tower, that's a place of refuge. When all hell is breaking loose and you see a massive building or a massive tower and it's abandoned, that's where you're going to go for protection because there's no chaos there. So it's the same thing with the name of the Lord, man. Yahweh, Shai. That's why it's saying, just get the name. Why is it kept? The name Yahweh, Shai. And then you pay unto that. Don't pay for more faith, more wisdom, more knowledge to be grounded within this truth. Let's do it again.
Back in Proverbs chapter 18, verse 10, it says, the name of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai is a strong tower. The righteous runneth into it and is safe.
That's why it says what it says in Romans 10 chapter 30. whosoever shall call upon the name of the Lord, Yahweh Shai, shall be saved, shall be delivered from all hell breaking, from the coming destruction, from the ICBMs. Let's go back to Psalm.
When you think of it, we just went into how the righteous men that have that mark, and said the righteous run up into it and he's safe. So none of the wicked is going to call upon the name of the Lord. They don't believe in it. But then that just goes to show you that that's part of that mark, having the name of the Lord. It tells you that in Revelation 14 chapter, that those 144,000 men are sealed with the name of their Father in their foreheads. You have the name of the Most High locked in our heart, like a treasure.
I know one can take that with me. No one can take that with me. So my man can't take that with me. The family can't take that with me. But guess what? That's why it's worldwide. And how much take not thy Holy Spirit away from you, man. You know? That Holy Spirit comes with knowing the name of the Lord, man. You know, that's why it's so important to fear your how much that do what you take to do, man.
Back in Psalm 91, it says, I will fear the Lord, he is my refuge. In him will I trust. Surely he shall deliver thee from the waller
I ain't
and from
willing
the
to pay
voice
no
of
money for it.
pestilence.
Oh, the noise and pestilence, man. What's that noise and pestilence about? When these ICBMs hit, when these ICBMs are shot, they're launched, man. Again, from places like Russia, Iran, China, the time of World War II. That's the noise and pestilence.
Cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shalt thou trust.
Yeah, again, the feathers, the wings, that's dark, that's a dark thing, that's a metaphor for these so-called UFOs, man. To actually identify them as the elected the nation of Israel, man. We know them to be the chariots of Israel, the spiritual vehicles, the how much now shine. Go ahead.
Truth shall be thy shield and buckler.
Yeah, what's our truth? It's knowledge, man. It's understanding. No one comes against us, man. Because we know the truth, man. Right? We don't need no sword, no gun, no knife. All we need is the truth, man. These are
Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flies by day.
When that alert goes to your phone, presidential alert, the 1/3 the elect, they don't know what time it is, man. Isaiah 53:6, wisdom and knowledge come in the beginning of thy time, man. That's when that's going to be implemented. That's when that's going to come into action in that time. We know what that's going to do. When the trucks and the food trucks they start coming to all these cities, you know, when the family breaks loose, we're going to know what time it is, man. Second Ezra, the 6th chapter and the 22nd verse. The storehouses shall be empty that day. Right? That's why it's important to get this knowledge while you can right now, so you actually stable in those days. The time of big to come. So let's go to Malachi.
Back in Malachi 4:2, and it says, but unto you that fear my name shall the Son of Righteousness arise with healing in his wings, and ye shall go forth and grow up as calves of the stall. And ye shall tread down the wicked, for they shall be ashes under the soles of your feet in the day that I shall do this, saith the Lord of hosts.
Now we need to go to Malachi, the 1st chapter, the 4th verse. Because it says that the Israelites are going to tread down the wicked. So we need to understand who the wicked is speaking about. Right?
Malachi 1:4, it says, whereas Edom says, we are impoverished, but we shall return and build the desolate places.
And that's what they've done, man. Okay? The Edomites, okay, according to Daniel the 4th chapter, they're the basis of men. And we know that because of that scripture there, man. We're the watchers, aren't we? We're the watchers, so we understand where it says, well, get that in Daniel the 4th chapter, the 17th verse.
This is Daniel chapter 6.
4:17.
This is Daniel chapter 4, verse 17. It says, this matter is by the decree of the watchers and the demand by the word of the holy ones to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it the basis of men.
So who's ruling right now? Who's the juice? Who's the power being given unto? Esau, Edom, the soulful white man. He's ruling right now. Job 9:24. The earth is given to the hand of the wicked. So now we go back to that. Verse.
Malachi 1 and 4, it says, whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, and we will return and build in desolate places, thus saith the Lord of hosts. They shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord had indignation forever.
That's what Israel has done in these last days, man. Okay, from the time of 1453 to 2019, which is just over 5 years. Those definite places, man. Okay, he's got his rulership all over again. This is the European Roman Empire, from the form of NATO and the EU. Okay, he's got his land out there in Europe, over here in America, out there in the Middle East. So this is about Esau, Edom, the soulful white man. Read it one more time.
Malachi 1 and 4, whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build in desolate places, thus saith the Lord of hosts. They shall build, but I will destroy them, I will throw down. They shall call them the border of wickedness.
Why do we call the soulful white man the wicked of the Bible? Well, look at his history, man. That's what we used to do. The soulful white man since he came into rulership during the 1500s up until now. And how we treat Jewish people here on the side, man. How we shut down the land of America from the so-called Native Americans, which is the tribe of Gad. From the so-called assembled Indians, the tribe of man. How did he get this land? How did he get the land out there in Europe, man? How did he push out the Japhet out there in the land of Europe? By way of his sword. Okay? So this is how we know the soulful white man is the wicked of the Bible, man.
Jeremiah 49 and 13, for I have sworn by myself, saith Yahweh, that Basra shall become a desolation, a reproach, a waste, and a curse.
Basra is an ancient city out there in the land of Egypt, man, known as Petra today. So the modern day Basra is about this place that you know is America, man. This is Esau's stronghold in America. So it's about how America will be a desolate place. How it will be desolate by way of ICP.
It's a stronghold militarily, right? And also, is it the IMF here? Is it in DC, right? The headquarters.
Yeah, you're right.
They control the currency market, the forex market, the IMF and the World Bank, which is they work for the Rothschilds, right? So they control the currency and everything, and they make it seem like if there's a buyer and seller, if I'm a buyer and you're a seller, no. The IMF is the niggas that's basically the buyers. So that whole market is bullshit. They control. That's why you said Basel, right?
This is their capital.
They're controlling the currency market.
It's how they're basically controlling the world.
Yeah.
America, man.
Yeah.
America's their stronghold, man, where everything basically goes down. When you got free rest of the city states going to the ABC, and Rome, but really America is their stronghold, man. This is where the power really comes. Look at that.
And all the cities thereof shall be a perpetual waste.
Yep. New York City is going to be a perpetual waste.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Washington is going to be a perpetual waste. Atlanta is going to be a perpetual waste. It's all of the wickedness, man. That's taking place out here in America. How's it not going to do this by way of these ICPMs in the time of World War III? So what else we got?
It's Isaiah chapter 13, verse 11. It says, and I will punish the world for their evil, and I will punish the world for their evil, and the wicked for their iniquity.
Yeah, and that's twofold, man. Because the Lord's also going to punish these people here on the side, man. Right? So-called African Americans, so-called Puerto Ricans, so-called Mexicans, who are the Israelites, man. Us so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And why is he going to punish us for not adhering unto his word? 2/3 of our people don't want to listen to us. And we're the mouthpiece of the Lord, man. We're the mouthpiece of who the world ignorant through God and Jesus Christ. And they don't want to do it. The Lord is going to punish them on the last day, man. The time of Jacob's trouble. The time when family's going to be out here. When World War III actually stuff on a nuclear level. The 2/3 of our people are going to be punished in that day, man. From adhering to the words of the prophets. Go ahead.
It says, and I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, and will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible.
Yeah, so in that day, when all hell breaks loose on a nuclear level, the elite of these so-called white people, names such as the Rothschilds, names such as the Rockefellers, the Oppenheimers, they're proud, their arrogant status is gonna be pulled low in that day, man. Because in that day, that's gonna go into slavery in that day, man. I told you about that in what's that, Psalms 149, the 5th verse.
See, slavery is coming back in a big way.
Slavery's coming back in a big way, man.
Especially for you so-called white people. Hey, them other nations too.
Yep.
Hey, you know what? And you women are going into slavery too. You're going to do what you told, when you told, how you told to do it.
But it's gonna be the kind of slave you're gonna be under is under the authority of your man. You're not gonna buck up, you're not gonna talk shit. You're going to give it the box when it's required to give it the box. You're going to cook food when it's required to cook food. You're going to be under servitude, man. You're not going to buck up like you buck up now. Keeping the box for hostage, you know what I mean? Playing games.
Yeah.
Not doing what you have to do.
Flossing with the pussy.
You know what I'm saying? Playing games.
This is brother, man. This is brother. All right, brothers of the spirit.
If I may, you know what this whole thing is about? We were doing.
Oh, yeah, very well.
What's it about?
Just listening to y'all. Yeah.
What's it about?
What's what about?
What we're doing.
Like Hebrew Israelites?
Yeah, what we're doing.
I believe that you are a direct descendant of Yahshua.
I don't mean to put you on the spot, bro.
No. I'm just saying. I'm trying to answer your question. That you believe, that you are real Jews, real Israelites. Real Hebrews.
And we're trying to basically warn our people before the destruction takes place. That's all.
Can I ask you a question, brother? Before you go on, do you know the name of the Lord?
Yahshua, as far as you believe.
No, what's his name?
Yahshua? Oh,
No.
I'm pretty sure I don't know it as well as you guys. But I'm saying
His son name is.
I don't know.
All right.
Put it on them. Put it on these brothers.
The Lord name, who you can be called Jehovah, is Yahweh, and his son name.
He didn't say Jehovah. He said Yahweh. Yeah, that's wrong. That's wrong. That's wrong.
All right. The father name is Yahweh, and his son name is Yahweh Shah. Who the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ and God. You know, the father name is Yahweh, and the son name is Yahweh Shah. You know, so this would be on point with that right there. Man.
Yeah, but the brother gonna break it down.
The reason why the brother is, harping on that.
No, I mean, it's very important. If somebody's name, like my name is something, I want you to, you know what I'm saying? I got it. Trust me, I'll put you, bro.
Is that the reason why you grow a beard, because you know about Israel?
Oh, no, I don't know.
Oh, because a lot of people grow a beard for a fashion statement. You know what I'm saying? See,
I know you're not supposed to cut your corners.
No, I'm not.
You're not supposed to work on Saturday. I know how to keep the Sabbath.
Well, no, it's this the Sabbath. See, the Sabbath go towards the new moon. Go according to the new moon. I asked you about the beard because a lot of people keep a beard for a fashion statement. When we up here, the reason we keep it is because it's in the law.
In the book it says don't cut the edges.
Exactly. Yeah.
You heard what I said before that, and then I said also.
Okay.
Hey, partner on our part,
Yeah, no problem, bro. I'm not trying to argue with you. I'm just listening.
Hey, it's more about edification.
That's what I'm trying to get. That's why I'm listening. That's why I'm not speaking. I'm just listening.
And that's the spirit, man. A wise man will hear.
That's it.
Chapter 13, continuing on, verse 13, therefore I will shake the heavens, and the earth shall remove out of her place.
So the way the Lord will do that is by way of ICBM. It's intercontinental mystery. That's the only way the earth can actually be shaken up, man. And by way of Yahweh Shah when he returns with the whole angels with his chariots, man. They're going to come with their own brand of fire. You know?
It says, in the wrath of the Lord of hosts, and in the day of his fierce anger.
Which is about the day of the Lord's fierce anger. So go back to Malachi, the 4th chapter and the 5th verse.
Malachi 4 and 5, and it says, behold, I will send you Elijah, the prophet, before the coming of the great and dreadful day of the Lord.
So before World War III kicks off on a nuclear level, before all hell breaks loose, let's see what these great families out here in America, civil unrest, race wars, different diseases out here, the laws of the same with aligned with profits. You know, and that's actually what it takes place. Aligned with profits means people out of business, you know, and he basically taught us this understanding.
Says, and he shall turn the heart of the fathers to the children, and the heart of the children to their fathers, lest I come and smite the earth with a curse.
That actually took place. And the day of the Lord, the day of the Lord, the day of Yahweh actually taking place. We're still in that period of having mercy and grace.
Okay, Amos chapter 5, verse 8, and verse 18. It says, woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord.
Yeah, woe unto you so Christians that desire the day of the Lord, man. A lot of you Christians out there, you don't know nothing about the day of the Lord. You don't know nothing about the Lord himself, man. So he's saying, the Lord's saying here, Prophet Amos, woe unto you, destruction, because you don't know nothing about famine. You don't know nothing about the place the World War III. Now we're trying to tell you the whole year. Go ahead.
They talk about like it's today. Like everything's just gonna be okay. Lord is just gonna show up. Everybody in the earth is gonna join hands and rainbows and doves are gonna be flying up. It's gonna tell you what the day of the Lord is.
I know about this thing today. Not to let you know, man, these Christians, man, they don't even read the Bible. They had to draw the Bible to reference how dreadful the day of the Lord is. All right? Numerous scriptures, man. Even that last
The RDU.
all time fine, man. It says, oh, something like the prophet for the great and dreadful day of the Lord. All right? Check it out.
So it says, to what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light. As if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him, or went into the house and leaned his hand on the wall and a serpent bit him.
Yeah, so in other words, in that day, all hell breaks loose. You have various different languages out here, man. You have one Jake, it was what he got race wars, civil unrest, and then land in the concentration camp. You have another Jake that escapes the concentration camp, and he gets eaten up by these wild creatures out there. Another Jake's gonna escape that, and he's gonna fall into famine in that day. So you have various different languages out here for the nation of Israel, for 2/3 of our Go ahead.
2nd Ezra 16, verse 22. For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy.
Yeah, so those of you that actually escape the scarcity of food, the lack of bread, the lack of drink, you're gonna perish by way of the sword, man. And that sword can come in form of these race wars, when people are, arming up with various different guns, or the ICBMs, man, the nuclear destruction. You know?
This is Zephaniah 1 and 15. 14. The great day of the Lord is near. It is near.
And how do we know the great day of the Lord is near? Because the prophets are out here in the going up for the king. And before the Lord takes down everybody, tells about that in Jeremiah 28. Talks about that in 2nd chapter. About how the Lord will this is how we know that the great day of the Lord is very near.
I'll take the place. Why do you have that? You see those desert. So undeniably, the last day right?
The Lord said that there was a famine. The Lord said that you believe in the signs of the heavens, man. The Lord said that the nations will have expectations. They say this should be in right now. What's that speaking about? World War III. The Most High said World War III is actually out there in the news. And the Most High. So the Lord, as the Bible said, the Lord gave us signs as it pertains to his second coming, man. And the great day of the Lord, man. So into his prophecy.
Yeah, because in the ancient world, you didn't have, the angels did, but regular mankind didn't have like weapons that could turn a whole continent into a desert.
They didn't have that technology back then.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And that's why the prophets that saw the destruction, they didn't quite understand what was going on.
It's crazy.
You know? That's why Isaiah said in Isaiah 9 verse 5 that this shall be burning a fuel of fire, man. He could have said we missiles, but he didn't understand the missiles, man. He didn't understand the technology for missiles. Neither did John on the other Patmos. That's why he describes
He actually saw the destruction. What's that thing when you put over your eyes and it's like you there? It was like a sort of virtual reality thing. He was right there and he saw everything. You know?
Those prophets, those same prophets, they're back here in the reincarnation stage, understanding this, right? And bringing it out, breaking it down.
Spirit got to be with you. You read the Bible, and the Holy Spirit is not living with you. You read an arrow coming from one end of the earth. You're not going to even piece that together. It really got to be the Holy Spirit. It really has to be Yahweh Mashiach to show you that. So that should be so many different things. But the Most High, He revealed it in the last days. Like He told us today, He said at the end, the knowledge shall increase. And that the seals will be loose. When Yahweh died upon the cross, He loosed the seals with His book. So therefore, men, like the brother just said, those same men that wrote these prophecies down, they're actually able to read it and interpret it in the last days now. So they know what they wrote about. Back then, they just said arrow, they didn't know what was going on. But now they reading the arrow, now they seeing missiles as real life. And they know, like, that's the arrow that the Bible speaks about.
That's right.
So yes, Amos 3 verse 7.
This is Amos chapter 3 verse 7. Surely the Lord power Yahweh, why Yahweh will do nothing, but He revealeth His secret unto His servants the prophets.
Now why does He need to reveal His secrets to His servants the prophets? Because the Lord still has a remnant that He's dealing with there that He doesn't want to destroy. Get Isaiah 62 verse 6.
Hey, bro, you know what's trying to
This is Numbers chapter 12 verse 6. And He said, hear now my words. If there be a prophet among you, I Yahweh will make myself known unto him in a vision and will speak unto him in a dream.
That's what the Lord is doing right now in these last days. And how is He making Himself known unto us, man? Through the Holy Spirit. As a matter of fact, give me Revelation 3 and 20.
They real cute. Revelation 3 and 20. And it says, behold, I stand at the door.
Now this is Yahweh Shai speaking unto His men through his prophet Johnson.
It says, behold, I stand at the door and knock.
The door represents your mind, man. Go ahead.
Any man hear my voice and open the door, I will come into him and will sup with him and he with me.
So that's how the Lord, that's how Yahweh, that's how the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, breaks down the mysteries of the Bible unto His men. Through His Son, Yahweh Shai, through the Holy Spirit, with a talk from God. That's how we get to understand what the Scripture, man. It's actually a spiritual shit. So give me that Isaiah 62 verse 6.
Isaiah 62 verse 6, and it says, I will set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem.
Yes, so this is where yeah, so this is why the Lord is set up men. Okay. Self-sufficient, last the elders and the men of great millstone, man. And any brother that's actually out there coming in the same spirit of the Lord, man, prophesying. Read that again.
It
says what? GMS
Isaiah 62 and 6, I have set up watchmen upon thy walls.
And what are we watching for? The prophecies mentioned in the Bible, man. Such as famine, such as these race wars, such as the mark of the beast. When you go to the book of Revelation, the 13th chapter and the 16th verse. Because that's ultimately why the Lord is going to bring this destruction. Because it says that the Lord is going to destroy and judge these people. This mark, man. The mark of the beast. It's one of the mighty people. So we need to warn our people about this mark. Let them know what it is. What it is. Go ahead.
Even if you don't take chips, but He's going to say that you worship the enemy.
Right, yeah.
So don't get, food and cheap people out there. There's people that, oh no, I worship, they might not get it. But you still worship the system anyway, man. You still worship everything else that the so-called white man pushes. So you still gonna be destroyed, man. You have to have that order. Earlier, you gotta be totally pissed off with this whole place, man. Hold up, man. You can't just say,
You go to outlet, you can't. Ain't no simple. You go to with a before.
That's why I said what it says.
1995. They say you go there and you be back in 8 hours and get your money back.
He told you that
Go there and they ain't gonna remember you. They send it to you. And you ain't know
that day, man. Fornicators, liars, fearful, unbelievers, you know. And the brother's right, man. If you even question that, the image that's talking about his position, his way of life, that includes that worshiping the Christians. So
I'll show you.
Christ, man. That image, which actually isn't the image of the beast, is a part of his system, man. So if you worship the soul of Jesus Christ, idolatry, you're going to be destroyed in that thing, man. So read on.
It says, I have, Isaiah 62:6, I have set up watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace day nor night.
And this is why we come out on the street corners week in, week out, man. We'll send brothers that come out here more than once a week, man. You know, put up these shows daily, every hour of the day, man. Every hour of the day, a great growth going up, man, and edifying, and that. So the Lord shall help us in our lives according to his speech, man, by way of his prophets. Like I said at the top, we're the mouthpiece of the Lord, man. So the Lord is not holding his peace by having us come out here on the highways and byways, preaching, prophesying, man, condemning Esau and the rest of these heathen nations, condemning 2/3 of our people, man. You know?
It says, ye that make mention of the Lord, keep not silence.
And we're not keeping silent, man. That's why we're out here raising our voices, man, unto the masses of people. And he that has ears to hear, let him hear, man. You know? The spiritual ears, that is. They're going to have those spiritual ears to hear what we're saying, man, to understand the scriptures, to understand what we're bringing out through the Spirit, man. And they're going to be delivered in that time of destruction, man. You know?
It says, and give him no rest till he establish, until he make Jerusalem a praise in the earth.
See if there's any more.
Second Ezra 15:1, behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy.
Now we understand again, soon to Leviticus 26 chapter, 12 verse, 13 verse, we understand that the Lord's people is the Israelites. So it says, behold, speak thou the words of prophecy, for I speak unto my people the words of prophecy. Read that again.
Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy.
Yes, the words of prophecy speak. Come out here on the highways and byways, on the street corners, and speak the words of prophecy unto the Israelites, man. That's what the Lord is dealing with, the nation of Israel. We're so many Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. What does the word prophecy mean? What does it prophesy? Before Satan, before it takes place, coming out of this Bible, we're not just coming out of our own vain opinions. We're bringing out the words of the Lord. Okay, we are?
Yeah, the watchman basically got the vision to see what's going to come before it comes. That's the point of the watchman. You know, you come on the tower, you might see the enemies coming in, and you might blow the trumpet to let the people know that, an invading army is about to come in. So that's what the prophecy is. It's a warning. It's telling you what's about to happen, so you can get yourself right. It says,
Habakkuk 2:1, I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower.
And when you stand upon your watch, you're safe. You're constantly watching that watch. You're constantly watching for the enemy coming, man. You're constantly watching for the danger, that's actually ahead. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. We're standing upon our watch, man. Go ahead.
It says, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved.
And we do that by going to the scriptures, man. That's how the Lord is speaking to the Israelites in these last days, bringing the prophets, speaking unto them by way of his words, man. The words of prophecy, man. Go ahead.
It says, and the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, and he may run that readeth it.
Yes, so the brother that, comes out here, or the brother that actually hears this word, the spiritual brother, the potential member of the elect, when he hears this word, he's going to spiritually depart from this place. He's going to spiritually flee from this wicked society, man. Babylon the Great and its ways, man. He's going to turn back into the Lord. Go ahead.
It says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak.
Yes, so the prophecies that's mentioned in the Bible, such as the mark of the beast, such as World War III, the Third War, such as these race wars, they're going to speak in these last days, and the elect, they're going to be able to see it, man. They're going to have that eyesight to be able to decipher, to decipher what's going on out here in society, man. It's going to speak in the prophecy loud and clear.
Not lie, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry.
Yeah, so we're supposed to be in the spirit of being patient, man. Right? Like what it says in Revelation 3rd chapter, the 10th verse. Those that have kept my patience, I will deliver you, prophet paraphrase, man. I was able to be patient, to suffer, man. Suffer to the Lord actually brings destruction. Let's go back to 2 Corinthians.
Like I say, you just said that it's though it tarry, wait for it. That's part of suffering too, because we're telling people about the mark of the beast and certain things. The apostles been teaching that for decades. The people's looking at us like we're crazy. Oh, these guys have been talking about this forever.
Still out here.
Yeah, you still out here.
It was,
No missiles shot off yet. Scoffing and shit, man.
It hasn't been that long. It's just been a couple of hours.
Right.
Because the Lord was here 2 days and a couple of hours. So when the apostles started bringing out the chip, it's been a few hours to the Lord. I mean, to us it's been years, but to the Lord it's been a couple of hours. It hasn't been that long.
You're absolutely right. And the Lord works in His time, man.
Yeah.
Give me that section as 4:37. Because the Lord moves when He wants to move, man.
But in another realm, this already done took place.
That's what the prophet sees. Because the prophet saw it, man. The prophet said, in another realm, man.
Yeah.
The prophet saw America being destroyed.
Uh-huh.
He saw, certain kids receiving the mark of the beast.
Yeah, that's why the church is going to speak and not lie. They can't lie. The word of the Most High already went out. It's already accomplished what it was meant to do. Now it just has to manifest.
That's it. That's why you have to be patient. And I can believe that's going to take place, man.
Second Ezra 4:37, it says, by measure had he measured the times, and by number had he numbered the times, and he do it not move nor stir them until the said measure be fulfilled.
So like the brother said, everything goes according to the time of the how much now shine. And it tells us in the Hosea 17, verse 8, that one day unto the Lord is as 1,000 years unto us, man. So the Lord is dealing on a whole different time frame, man. And we have to be patient. Again, the word patient means to suffer. So like, I'll give an example. Like you might need to get to work by 10 a.m. You're on the train, it's 9:30. You're on the 6 train or you're on the 2 train. And the train is moving. You gotta be patient, man.
Yeah.
You gotta suffer that train. You have no choice but to suffer. Just to stand there until the train starts moving gradually. So it's the same thing with these scriptures, man.
Yeah, 'cause
it's the same thing with these prophecies.
We in these chains, we in this flesh, these chains, it's bound to the elements,
Yeah.
to pain,
Yeah.
and time.
Yeah, and time.
And time,
And
yeah.
That's good, yeah. And time, bro. And time. You can't jump into tomorrow.
Yeah.
You're back to the future. Like God. It don't work that way, man. We work on the Lord's time, man.
Really, spiritually, you understand that this is not the first time you've been here anyway. So it's like, we've been waiting for this, really. So now you should be more excited than ever because now it's actually coming to pass. The things we've been waiting for.
Oh yeah.
Lord willing, the things that we saw. If we one of those men. I ain't saying I'm one of those men. Lord willing, but those great men that's in the Bible that wrote these things. But like the brother said, now we're seeing things that were written that Lord willing we saw in the past, man, come to pass. And it's a beautiful thing. We're living in exciting times, man.
That's why the scriptures say patience worketh hope.
Yeah.
It's like, we're waiting for it. We know it's coming and it's building up your hope and your faith. Really. It's a building you up. Waiting for all of this stuff and suffering the things we're suffering.
That's why it's important to always watch that. You know, watch brother shows, watch the news, watch everything, man. Because it keeps you in the spirit, it keeps you going, man. You might see an article regarding the microchip, and like, yeah, that has to be part of this, man. You see an article where Russia is coming up against America, man, World War III has to go down, man.
Yeah, you like it's getting closer.
It's getting closer, man. And closer. We can see the finish.
Being spiritual, you gotta be patient, and then being carnal, you gotta be patient. Let's say this is business what we doing, right? In the regular world doing business, you gotta be patient because the reward, you projecting your reward if you're investing, you know it's going to take place, but you gotta be patient. You have to. Yeah, because the people that's not patient, those are the ones that are emotional, they go by their emotions and they just take losses. Contrarians are patient.
This is Mark chapter 13, verse 33. It said, I'm going to start at 32, matter of fact. But of that day and that hour knoweth no man, no, not the angels which are in heaven, neither the Son, but the Father.
So it's the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, that only knows when all hell is going to break loose.
Okay.
Yahweh Shai doesn't even know, man. But the Lord was gracious and merciful enough to give us signs. Those signs concerning the mark of the beast. When you read about the mark of the beast in Revelation 16, that's how you know that the time will end. That's how you know. That's why it says in 2nd Ezra, the 9th chapter, measure out the time in itself, man. How do you measure the times that you're in? By going into the prophecies and watching the men of the Lord and watching the news, man, and putting it all together and praying unto Yahweh Shai to give you the understanding of what you're receiving, man. That's how this whole thing goes down. You know?
It says, take ye heed, watch and pray, for ye know not when the time is.
So you don't want to get put out there slipping. That's why you always want to be involved in this work. That's why even if you don't feel like coming out, you better come out here, man. That's why if you don't feel like doing a video, you better pump a show, okay, with a brother or something. Because if you don't, the Lord will take his Holy Spirit away from you. And then you're left out there, man. That's when you know you're out of camp. That's when you know you're not doing the work of the Lord. That's when you're not even looking for the prophecies, man. That's when you know you're not even looking for your Yahweh Shai to return, man. That's how that shit goes down, man. Literally, that's how that shit goes down.
Verse 35, watch ye therefore, for ye know not when the master of the house cometh, at even, or at midnight, or at the cock crowing, or in the morning.
So let's find out what we need to watch out for. As potential members of the elect, of the nation of Israel, let's find out what we need to watch out for. Matthew 24. Go ahead.
36, least coming suddenly, he find you sleeping.
Yeah, because that's how Yahweh tries to come, man. It says that the Lord's going to come as a thief in the night, man. The Lord's going to come as a thief in the night to two-thirds of our people that are not watching for his return, man. That are not watching for the prophecies to come to pass, man. So in that day, they're going to be in a state of surprise, in a state of shock. Because we're looking at what watch your brothers.
When he said least coming suddenly, he finds him sleeping. You don't want to be careful. You be saying this all the time too. Pray for the Spirit, for the Most High to give you the Spirit to be aware of what's going on. Because the Most High can just put you right back to sleep and make you go back in the world, and then you're not even, like you said, you're not even looking for the prophecy. You're not even thinking about the prophecy. That's not even in your mind anymore. The Most High can do that. You can take your candlestick from you. This is light, man. The scripture talk about that. This is a light. This is a candlestick. It's a
burning light.
Yeah, it said there's a man take a candle and put it under the bushel, under the bed.
Yeah.
No, not. He has to let his light shine amongst men. You know, so that's the duty of a man of the Lord, man, to let the world know what's going on, man, to speak on anything that's pertaining to the scriptures that you see going on around you. You should be caught, sleeping.
And then the Apostle Paul, Romans to the Israelites in Rome, he said, now it is high time to awake out sleep. So if the apostle, let's put this into a perspective. If the apostle Paul was living over 2,000 years ago, and he said that to the Israelites back then, how much more so now, man? Now it is high time to wake out of sleep, man. So now it's time to be alive, awake, spiritually awake, knowing who you are, knowing your true nationality, man. Understanding the promises of the Bible, man. Now's that time.
Matthew 24 and 6, verse 3, it says, and he sat upon the Mount of Olives. The disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be? When shall these things be?
That in itself is spiritual. Like, someone get me Matthew the 13th chapter, 9th verse, because it says the disciples came unto Yahushua privately. So when they came unto him private, why didn't Yahushua say no? Go gather everyone and bring them here so I can, break down the scriptures unto them. Why didn't he say that? Because why? The Lord is only dealing with a certain number, a certain elect, man.
Matthew 13 out of 10.
That's it.
Matthew chapter 13, verse 9, who hath ears to hear, let him hear. And the disciples came unto him, and the disciples came and said unto him, why speakest thou unto them in parables?
Yeah, why are you speaking unto them, Lord, in dark sayings? Why are you speaking unto them, Lord, in metaphors, man? In similitudes that they can't understand. This is what the disciples were saying unto Yahushua. Why? In riddles. Why can't you speak unto them plainly, Lord? I bet. Where you speak unto us, and you're going to break it down.
And he answered and said unto them, because it is given unto you.
It's given unto you. Now we open up, all right? When I first came on, we read Romans 11 and 7, that what then Israel have not obtained that which is secret, which is the truth. So that truth hasn't been given unto 2/3 of our people, man. But
because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given.
But to them, but to 2/3 of our people, the mysteries of the Bible have not been given unto them, but it's been shown unto the elect of the nation of Israel, man. To those of you that's out there that have the true name of the Lord, count yourself blessed, man. Those of you that understand the scriptures, count yourself blessed. Don't take it for granted, man. Let the brother go out earlier, the Lord can take that candle away from you, man. Take the spirit away from you, man. Then you're left out there like a ordinary Israelite, naked.
Worse, when he said that 7 more demons, that one demon that you had on you before you came to truth, he's going to go get 7 more, and they're all going to jump in.
Yep.
So you're going to be worse than you was when before you came to truth. That's a terrible thing.
Yeah, then you're going to start thinking the mark of the beast isn't the mark of the beast. Lord is not returning with the chariots. And you're going to start spewing out crazy shit.
Not biblical.
Nuclear missiles are not biblical, right?
Abba Bivens was not alive.
Yeah.
Prophet.
Nuclear weapons are not biblical, but how is this place gonna be destroyed? So then there's weapons, man-made weapons that's more powerful than nuclear weapons then, right? So there's some other weapon that's gonna destroy this place. So I need brothers to just break that out.
Can y'all break that down for me, brother?
Hey, folks, I don't think there's any other weapon out there that's been created by Esau. With the Most High put the technology, get Esau the technology when he was sleeping, put the seal of destruction to build that bomb. Out there's not even any other bomb that's more powerful than a thermonuclear hypersonic missile, man. Tell me any other instrument that can destroy this earth, man. That can destroy America, man.
They shot atoms together to split to get that energy, that powerful energy, that energy where that shit is so powerful to where it'll have a gravitational field around it.
These missiles are so powerful that it's going to rock the earth like a drunken to and fro.
Yeah, because it's going to be 200,000 as you read in Revelation the 9th chapter. That's what it tells you. So all the missiles is going to really knock this earth off this axis, man. Yeah. And the Lord going to have to put it back on the axis.
Yeah. It's that the earth is going to rock to and fro like a drunken. That means it's gonna be like boom, 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 boom. You know what I mean?
So that means it's gonna be all kind of fucking because mind you, we really what we live in is a fishbowl. All right? Okay? You look at it, look at a damn fishbowl. If you got a fishbowl that's a circle, the firmament is the glass. You start hitting on the table, you gotta understand, them fish gonna be like, oh shit, what's going on in here? That water gonna be up there splashing, so you know there's gonna be all kind of tsunamis. All right, you know lands are gonna get wild. That's why I tell you about them islands gonna sink, man. Jamaica, forget about it.
Right.
Trinidad, forget about it.
Mali, forget about it.
Fuck Japan,
Forget about it.
forget about it. And you chinks, that's a sign. Y'all motherfuckers always getting flooded out. The Most High always got them tsunamis coming on y'all slanted eyed
In
chinks.
Thailand,
You know?
like the Sicilians say, forget about it.
Just forget about it, all right?
Forget about it.
Y'all ain't even gonna die by the missiles. Y'all gonna die by water.
Forget
All
about
right?
it.
You gonna have a Noah visitation
That's right.
type of visitation, man.
How about
Yeah, y'all gonna get hit by them roll waves.
Yeah.
Them
man.
roll waves look like motherfucking skyscrapers.
50 foot, 70 foot?
And they coming fast.
Them shit smooth. And you know, powerful water could cut your head off. Like, you ever know
go by
any
the park?
people that like they clean them oil tanks? They use like water pressure that could,
Yeah.
that could cut your fucking
All right,
arm
cut.
off.
Hey, Shalom. And we got close up immediately and walked by the park. Immediately.
We out of here.
That's how
Shalom.
they cut titanium. You know that, right? They cut titanium.